not that good, but you know, it is what it is. I almost feel like I should turn off the video, but
Maybe.
well, it's too late now. I think I pressed the button.
Mm-hmm.
Let me just make sure.
Look, you can keep all the royalties from this show. You can keep all what
you live, by the way. All right, you live, man. Let's not. This dude talking about royalties like there's royalties from the show. All right, check this out, everybody. We live. We on the pro-black perspective on KWZ Radio. We got PC in the building. For some reason, this dude gonna tell me I'm missing with this Neely Fuller Jr. thesis, and so I need y'all to come on and tell him otherwise. Now I'm joking. I got it. I need everybody to come on and tell me that I'm wrong. So actually, if PC want to introduce himself, that might be helpful. So he could he could let us know why. I guess he's an aerospace engineer and he guessed that he's smarter than me. Because I'm just an astrophysicist or something.
Well, what's up, people? Just call me PC. Like my dude done already bust me out. I studied aero engineering and undergraduate. We just gonna leave it at that. But yeah, I mean, I rock with my dude heavy. I thought he was hitting with a lot of information, but then when I seen this, I was like, oh, my dude took a left turn. He's effectively wrong, and that's my stance, and I'm sticking to it.
All right. So first off, we might as well go over the conversation we had on Twitter. So we on Twitter, and I put out a video, and I say Neely Fuller Jr. missed with 3 things at least, and I was just trying to be quick. I was trying to be under 2 minutes, and so I had to just rush with this. One, he called us black folk stupid, primitive. On top of being powerless, but if we not we powerless, but we also stupid and primitive. That's one. 2, he thinks that all of us, 100%, are victims of white supremacy, right? And 3, he believes. What was the third one? Something about. What was the third one?
I can pull it up.
Let me see something.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to pull it up.
There's some other nonsense, but I remember it had to be something nonsensical. Oh yeah. We shouldn't organize. Silly. We shouldn't organize. Now that right there is counter-revolutionary 101, right? like nobody tell you not to organize, but like the white supremacists themselves. But let me hear what you would say to those 3. Let me make sure. Let me make sure these people can hear us. Wait, were we live?
Hold on. Mic check 1 2 1 2.
Is it just going live?
Hilarious.
Yeah, my internet's slow.
Maybe.
Well, it's too late now. I think I pressed the button. Oh, maybe, I don't know. I can't tell. But all right. So yeah. So let's go. 3 things. Neely Fuller Jr. calls us stupid. Neely Fuller Jr. Says that all of us 100% are victims of white supremacy, and Neely Fuller Jr. Doesn't believe that we should organize. What do you say to that stuff?
So I think in the context in which I understood Neely, and perhaps Dr. Wilson understood Neely, I think that those prescriptions are useful to some degree. Specifically for the non-organization. In the book, he mentions effectively, in a nutshell, we're toxic. And when you get toxic people together, drama pops off. This is evident in many black people growing up in the inner cities of America say every time we get together, it's always something. We can never get together. So from that perspective, actually, let me bring up one other point. It makes sense that if it is true that we are in fact toxic, that we should limit our I don't want to say organization in the sense that black nationalists understand organization, but getting together, if you will. We should limit that unless it's specifically for problem solving. And I think Neely actually articulates that. If we are getting together to solve problems, make it happen.
Nope.
But any other useless gatherings it's just going to be drama. I think that that's a useful prescription of black people. I think in terms of powerlessness, I think that's pretty from what I see.
Let's go on one point at a time. So you talking about organizing? You said organizing. No, the dude does not say that we should organize at all or ever.
Okay.
He's saying do not. In fact, we could read it because I read it yesterday. We could read it on page 51. You want to read it? You want me to read it for you?
Go ahead.
All right, let's do that. So this is page 51, the four-wall method. The two basic methods of resisting white supremacy: four-wallism and open-airism. The four-wall method. The four-wall method of fighting racism and white supremacy is the general title given to the concept of having a special meeting place for those persons who seek to resist white supremacy and racism. For the most part, this also includes the following: regular meetings by two or more people, the renting or buying of meeting halls. In fact, I don't know if you really want me to just read through it, but the point is that you understand the four-wall method is where you have, you skip ahead a little. Four-wall method is the standard and or traditional method for victims of white supremacy. It is called four-wall method because the non-white people who use this method generally plan, talk, and try to inspire each other by meeting, blah, 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 right? Then he talks about the open-air method, right? Now, he talks about the flaws of the weaknesses of the four-wall method, so on and so forth. Then he goes about the open-air method. The open-air method of resisting white supremacy is the functional opposite. There's no regular meetings. Hold on a second. Okay. No regular meetings, no renting or buying of meeting hall, no repeated fundraising, informal communication association, no formal acquisition of storage supplies, no payment of organizational dues, no payment of salaries, no designated leadership, no designated followership, no thought or action that is dictated by any other group, right? And then he says the basic difference between the two, just summarizing: four-wall method generally is characterized by two or more persons attending regular meetings at the same time, in the same place, according to a mutual agreement they have made with each other. And the open-air method is generally characterized by one or more persons thinking, saying, or doing specific things at all times in different places, according to an individual decision to use a specific code of thought, speech, and action. Each person makes an agreement with a code, but not a person. And then he says, here's the kicker: note, the United Independent Compensatory Code System concept is an open-air method of resisting racism.
Yeah, I think that's a very one novel idea and a very potentially useful idea. He's not, at least I didn't understand it as it's. For example, I've always said for quite some time that particularly Black Americans need to get out of the habit of pushing one individual leader out in front and then everybody else leading. I personally advocate for a more decentralized version of leadership, a leadership that is effectively decentralized, where each individual person has the capability and ability to lead and have, develop, the capacity to lead, if you will, and it's effectively it's a prescription for behavioral change on an individual level. That's the best way to think about it, at least in my eyes. It's a prescription for behavioral change on an individual level.
Yeah, I understand that. Look, bruh, I understand that. Tell me, do you honestly think that? And all right, so what is the goal? What is the big goal? What's the long-term goal for you?
For me?
African liberation. Okay, look, African liberation. That's the goal. You think that you can liberate Africa as an individual following a code?
No, I think.
All right.
Enough said.
Hey, that's what I'm saying.
But hold on though. But from where we are. So from where we are, I do not think that is a bad first step.
A first step. Hold on a second. You're saying you believe? No. See, we gotta, because this is what Neely Fuller Jr. actually says, that we should question and blah 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 blah. So I'm gonna question you right now. All right. So you believe?
Hilarious.
You believe? Look. You believe that the first step for Black people is to stop organizing?
No, not the first step. Potentially a first step.
A first step is to stop organizing and then go about their business and follow a code. Hold on a second. Follow a code that they do not have to follow.
No, see. So,
okay.
I think that prescription is targeted at organizations largely useless organizations such as the NAACP, United Negro Fund, et cetera, et cetera. That is the way I understood it.
No, it's targeted. No, bruh. No.
Do you think
This was look. No, hold on a second, my dude. This was targeted at the Nation of Islam and places like the NIA. And you could tell that. Look here, you could tell that. You know why you could tell that? Because I did skip over it because I thought it would be kind of boring to reread it again. But at one of these, the 4-wall method, one of them is this. I'm going to read this to you because this is actually pretty important. He says, promoting the practice of calling an area or land by a specific name or title and or referring to it as a country, nation, state, or nation or state, like nation and state in parentheses. Well, I think one of them was actually, let me see.
I think you took it as that. I think you saw it as an attack on the UNIA and things of this nature. I would never. That perception would be a very strange perception. Why would I ever perceive it to attack something like that? But that's probably because I see Neely Fuller and particularly his book in the lane of the UNIA and things like that. I see it as one of the books that it should be mandatory reading. That's probably the reason why I perceive it as an attack.
All right. Well, look, maybe because right here he's talking about calling an area of land a specific name, title, a land by a specific. Okay. Well, that right there, I'll give that one a pass. But I would say no. He's specifically saying organizations are useless. He's specifically saying organizations are useless. You could say, look, even if you say the NAACP is not useless.
It's largely useless.
It depends on what you're looking to accomplish. What they are looking to accomplish is not necessarily what we would look to accomplish.
Sure.
But but insofar as what they are looking to accomplish, they are accomplishing it. Just like you might say,
of course they're effective for.
Yeah, they're way more effective than being on code. Way more effective.
We have never been on code. So
you're not supposed to be on code. Let me see if I can turn off this video. I feel like my video might be slowing everything down, and nobody really cares to see me.
Why would being on code not? Why would you not supposed to be on code?
No, I'm saying by his own definition. His own definition is that you don't have to follow the code. You can pick and choose whatever you want from the code.
Where are you getting this from?
You can pick and choose from whatever you want from the code. That's what he says. All right, hold on a second. That's what I'm trying to tell you. You there defending this dude. You there defending this dude, and he writes it in plain English. In plain English. Hold on a second, because you there.
I'm waiting.
All right, good. Because
I'm not defending. I'm not defending my community color.
Okay, nah, bro, you was getting at me. People need to read that. They need to read that Twitter. He said we should. Oh yeah. So Greg asked if he said we should not, or if we did. No, he said we should not organize. Should not organize. He's advocating the open air policy, and the open air policy is do not organize.
But this is again, this is in the context of, he goes over it in the book. If it is in fact true that black people are toxic, it may not be the best idea to it may not be the best idea to get together and I think the thing is the fact that you use the word organization. We have a tendency, based on what I have seen, to get together and for largely useless purposes or counterproductive and counterconstructive things. It's not the end all be all. This is I see it as, okay, so we're moving in a direction. In order to get from point A to point Z, if you will, you have to take steps in that direction. The step may not be a linear progression. It may not be the shortest route, right? A line is the shortest route between 2 points. It may not be the shortest route. However, it can still lead you. It can trend in that direction, if that makes sense. That's the way I understood it.
Yeah, so, bro, you gotta understand. No, look, you could understand it, but what you gotta do is you gotta engage with what you gotta see what he writes verbatim. Because when look, I don't know how you write a book yet.
No.
All right, when you write a book, you're gonna realize that when every word you use, every word you choose is specific and particular. If you include a sentence that says, if you include a sentence like an extra sentence, it has meaning. It has weight. You can't just dismiss it and say, "Oh, I interpreted it as something else." If it's a direct, clear sentence, you can't just come out of nowhere and be like, "Oh, I interpret it differently, and I feel like you're reading it wrong." When I'm just reading the dude verbatim, you know. So I'm still looking for this quote, but you could keep trying to defend this dude who and that's another thing too. I just want to point that out. You saying that we toxic when we get together. Like, and so therefore we should not get together. Come on.
I think that that's not a bad observation.
That we're toxic. Look, and that's the thing. Look, Neely Fuller Jr. has no nuance whatsoever. Okay, no nuance whatsoever. What'd you say? You there? I can't hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, now I can hear you.
I said, okay, if it's true, okay, you said he has no nuance. Okay, he's not the best writer.
No, I didn't say not the best writer. He's a decent writer, I guess. He has no nuance. There's nothing like the idea that black folk, should like for instance, you got to realize there are different. Because for instance, he says there's no classes among black people. You know, we're just powerful. We're all just powerless. That's it, right? But if you understand that there's a situation going on with black folk, right, where, for instance, like in the urban environment, you will probably see a lot more animosity, you know, than you would in like a suburban environment, right?
Yeah.
And so what he's doing is he's like for instance, I think somebody else pointed out before, he gets a lot of his information from watching television, you know. Like he says, he said that's what he said on like one of these live programs where he's like, yeah, I got a lot of my information from just watching television. And you're like, yeah, obviously. But the thing is this though, like you cannot what was it called? You can't say, oh yeah, black people are toxic, you know, in the let's say in the urban environment. They're toxic. Like young black people are toxic in the urban environment. Therefore, no black people should get together.
Okay,
it's reductionist.
I think that when he says black people, he's specifically talking about. Well,
he doesn't even say black people. Hold on, he doesn't even say black people. He says non-white people, which is insulting. But go on.
It's not. It's an effective use. It's an effective tool to use to describe something. It's not the. Granted, I don't mess with things like people of color or minorities and things like that. But I think his articulation of whites and non-whites as described by white people, that's not something that we set up. He's articulated it as it's been described by white people. Right? Whites have made it very clear that there are whites and non-whites in writing, anecdotally, research, contemporarily, historically, etc., etc.
No, exactly. Oh my gosh. You see what I'm saying? Like it's so reductionist. It's so reductionist, and you're arguing for it. You are an African. Period.
Right,
you're not a non-white. Non-whites are not a collective. Hold on, my dude. Non-whites are not a collective.
They treat based on the behavior of the dominant society. That is true.
The dominant society where, my dude?
Oh man. Okay. Just to answer that question and move the conversation forward, in the United States.
In the United States, yes, but he's not talking about the United States. He's talking about the whole known universe.
Based on his understanding.
His limited perspective, yes. Look here. I'm going to read this quote to you, okay, boss?
Yeah, go ahead.
Look here. This is actually the second page, okay? So the first page is about the author. About the author, he says the purpose of this book, the very first purpose of this book, to present material in book form that can be used as a basic guide for those individual non-white people who are the victims of racism, victims of white supremacy, who may wish to think, speak, and or act to eliminate racism, white supremacy, and do so not as a formalized group, but as individual persons. Okay?
Exactly, and he's not saying that he's not so many people.
Bruh.
There are more people.
It's a paragraph. Let me finish this paragraph. This means
sorry.
that an individual non-white person. Oh, hold on a second. This means that an individual non-white person who is a victim of racism can pick, choose, and support through individual thought, speech, and or action only those parts of the book that he or she as an individual person sees fit to support through his or her individual thought, speech, and or action. What does that mean?
Which is a very useful prescription in that if you understand that there are more people not in organizations than there are in organizations. There are more people and there are even less people. So there are more people not in organizations than there are in organizations. And of those people in organizations, there are even fewer people who are willing to take action to actually do something to affect change. And given that understanding, one of the most difficult things to do is to make a person, without actually being up on them and gaffling them up, to make them do something that they would otherwise not want to do. And I think based on that understanding and more, it's a very useful prescription to say, hey, here's the list. This is just my individual opinion, like you said, his limited opinion. Here's a list. Pick what you can. What can I articulate? Pick what you can do off of this list. That doesn't like. Why is that a wow to you? I don't understand. I'm trying to follow you. Where is that Where's the like?
If you say, hey, look, we should all be on code. This is the code that we should all be on, right? And then you say, but you don't got to follow this code. Hold on a second. I got to get this. Yeah. And you say we don't all got to be on this code, right? Then what's the point?
No.
You could pick and choose from this code.
No. Again, it's more so. I think you're thinking about it. This is the way I think about it. It's more so. Here's a list of behaviors. It's more so suggestions for those who find it. It's more so suggestion for those who find it difficult to make leaping changes overnight, if you will. For example, I mean, it's not. Why, if we go down the list of what behavior falls in the code, it's not grandiose behavior. It's not you need to, you know what I'm saying, change your psychology overnight. You need to change your personality overnight. It's very small, minor changes. I think that they're very minor changes. Some people are so for example, someone like you or I are more, would be, maybe not you as an individual, but somebody like us is more susceptible to this type of thinking. Someone like a street individual or an individual in the inner city, they're much further away from this type of thinking. And I think that by saying, pick what you can do, carry the heaviest burden for you, is a very high level understanding of human psychology, right? It's not asking you to pick up 500 pounds, but carry the heaviest burden for you to push the goal, to push the agenda, if you will. Although I don't like
look,
using that
think
term.
of it like this, my dude. Bruh, let's say I say, look, here are these laws. Like, they're not laws.
They're not laws.
Exactly.
They're not laws.
They're not laws. They are, hey, here's a couple of suggestions, right? Yeah. And if you like them, take them. If you don't like them, don't take them. And you believe you could build something with that. You believe you could build something with that.
But I think that no. I'm not saying it's the end all be all. I'm saying that it's useful.
It's a no. It's a no, dog. It's a no, dog. How are you so dogmatic with this, my dude? Everybody is not you or me. Everybody is not susceptible to the same ideas that you and I have. I would argue that you and I are much further along this sort of spectrum. Somebody who is in an inner city, perhaps. Wait, hold on a second. Give me 2 seconds. Hold on a second. This kid is. What are you Yeah, sorry about that.
No,
What you saying?
good. So perhaps I was saying that perhaps you or I or someone like us or the community in which we are in, we may be further along this spectrum.
Bruh,
However,
that doesn't mean anything, bruh. It don't matter if we were further around the spectrum, as long if we have a code that nobody has to follow, right?
No.
Then it's not a code.
No, you're being unreasonable
It's not a code.
Even if you're being unreasonable because
it's not unreasonable, my dude. Look, dude. If I say, look, for instance, if I say, look, I think that we should, as a code, as men, we should not sexually assault women. And then somebody says, and I'm like, yeah, that's the code that we have. But guess what? You don't gotta not do that. You could do that.
Right, but
if you feel like you individually want to sexually assault a woman, right? You could do that. But I'm just saying, as a code in general,
you will be right, and that's what that makes. Listen to what you're saying. That makes sense.
No, it don't, my
dude. Listen. Let me walk it out. Let me walk it out. If you, right, a law is. I would argue a law has more teeth than a code, right? A law has more teeth than a code. There are people who still break the law.
Yeah.
No, there are people, and what happens to them? They get dealt with accordingly.
Yeah.
Okay. That's all this is, bro. That's all this is. Hey, this is the direction that we want to move in. You can get with it or you cannot get with it. Right? We can't be like, you got to come. We coming down with it. You got to get down and lay down. That's not what we on. Perhaps that may not be that may not be a bad way to be, but I'm just saying that's not what it is. Everything is. I suggest you do this. That's not the end all be all. Okay. We, as intelligent people, we get together. What happens to the people who don't do this?
Again, no, my dude. Look, my dude. Yes, if you're trying to build power and you're trying to, yeah. If you're trying to build power and you're trying to get ahead, yes, you do have consequences for misactions according to an established. Let's say if you want to say code law, whatever.
Exactly.
But again, it's not the same thing as saying, hey, you know what? We don't believe that you should follow our code.
It literally is the same thing.
No, we are saying that there are kinds of no. See, that's the difference. If you tell somebody to get on code, no. If you say get on code, but there's no consequence to it.
That's our job to develop the next. It's the Hegelian dialectic. That's the next step. We then have to come up with consequences for not following said code.
That's an organization, my dude.
What'd you say?
That's an organization. Organizations already have that. You taking us backwards with this code stuff.
No, it's not.
Okay.
No, that's not an organization.
All right. So I don't know if
that is not an organization.
Hold on, my dude. I don't know if you checked out the last book. One of the last books I read was Handbook on Revolutionary Warfare. Okay. Okay. Well, peep it if you haven't.
That's C.L.R. James. Yeah.
No. Kwame Nkrumah.
No.
Right?
Yeah, Kwame Nkrumah. Yeah.
Okay. He lays out the disciplinary codes, the disciplinary system for. See, I didn't want to use the word code because of this dude. He messed up the word. But a disciplinary code for a revolutionary to follow. Okay? We already have, code. The difference though is that Kwame Nkrumah is not telling you, hey, if you don't want to follow this, it's okay. Use your own individual discretion. That's ridiculous. That's backwards.
I think that you fail to apply human psychology. Me
and Kwame Nkrumah. Is that what you're saying?
I'm sorry?
Is that what you're saying? Me and Kwame Nkrumah fail to apply human psychology.
No, I said you.
Oh, okay.
Don't try to be slick. Don't try to be slick and group yourself. I said you. Okay. Are there people? So let's take up my boy Nkrumah. Okay, here's the prescriptions. Are there people not following the prescriptions? Right now, I'm asking you, are there people not following
in his revolutionary army? If you don't, the point is this, that he's not telling people that if they do not follow it, then they have the consequence. In Neely Fuller Jr.'s work, there is no consequence. That is your liberty to not follow it. There's the difference.
Which is more accurate to human? Which is more? It's more.
What human? What human?
bro, people don't follow stuff.
And then they get punished. What are you talking about? He's saying you don't get punished.
But what you feel?
What I fail to understand is that he's telling you don't get punished for breaking the freaking code.
Okay. Let's think about it like this.
Blue. There's no thinking. Let
me think about it like this. Okay, my dude. Okay, there's this in Criminal Liberation Army. Yeah, where they at? Why me and you speak English right now?
Are you joking, my dude?
Where they at?
They liberated Ghana.
Okay, what's up with it now? Come with it.
Are you joking?
No. I'm asking you to come with. Okay, they liberated Ghana. That's what's up. Where they at now? What about the rest of them? Ghana is sweet. What about the rest of them, bro? I like my dude. What I'm saying is that applies.
Bruh, wait, hold on a second. So Neely Fuller Jr. You telling me Neely Fuller Jr. liberated a nation in Africa?
No.
Okay.
No.
All right.
And I'm not trying to minimize that work. I don't want to minimize that work. What I'm saying is that who's even taking up the mantle to even try to come up with a universal prescription?
Hold on, my dude. No, you can't come out nowhere trying to play Kwame Nkrumah and the successful work of the Revolutionary Army that helped liberate the whole continent. Hold on, my dude. Kwame Nkrumah, through his organizing, helped liberate the whole African continent.
Like, my dude, I'm not trying to minimize that at all. But please don't try to throw up Nkrumah and make it look like I'm coming at his work.
Bruh, you did that with. Did you not do that with Francis Cress Weldon? Okay, I rest my case.
Not at all. Not in the slightest. Look, my dude. Look, my dude. What I'm saying is this. What I'm trying to say is this. So, okay, now our brothers and sisters is quote unquote liberated. I could argue that point too. I could argue that point. Quote unquote liberated. Our brothers and sisters on the continent is liberated. Okay. Right. Okay. Now, there on the planet, there still is. How do I articulate this? There's more liberation that needs to be done. Perhaps that's a good way to articulate it. There's more liberation that still needs to be done.
Okay.
And I don't think that Neely Fuller's material is not a bad beginning. It's not a bad way to begin to think about that problem.
Bruh.
I'm not saying it's the end all be all. There are people more advanced and more.
Not me though. I know you already told me it's not me, so we just gonna keep engaging.
No. Here you
look,
go.
Look, my dude.
No.
We look, man. You signed up for this, all right? You signed up for this. You know what I'm saying? And by the way, anybody else want to sign up? You got anybody could click on the Discord link. It's in the description. You can sign up if you want. But here's what I say. Look. No, I would not use Neely Fuller Jr.'s literature if I had Kwame Nkrumah's literature. And Kwame Nkrumah's literature is diametrically opposed to Neely Fuller Jr.'s. And Kwame Nkrumah has a way better record of liberating nations than Neely Fuller Jr. Marcus Garvey has a way better record of organizing African people than Neely Fuller Jr. And again, Neely Fuller Jr.'s method is diametrically opposed to these earlier methods.
I think that you are discounting the fact. So
no.
It's entirely possible. It's entirely possible for a problem to. It's entirely possible for tools, the solution for a problem to work up into a certain point.
No.
Right. So
no.
I think that one of the things that we have a bad habit of doing is so we don't innovate. So the dominant society, they'll innovate when it comes to stepping on our necks. And the manifestation of the quote unquote oppression will look differently. We still trying to use tactics and tools and methods that worked in the past. Yes, there's no doubt about it. It worked in the past. Perhaps those are not. My professor, when I first got to university, he told me. He said, PC, the tools and skills that you use to get you here are not going to take you to the next level. You have to learn to develop new tools and skills to take you to the next level. I say, wow, that's pretty profound. At least to me at that point. I think that is, I'm not saying...
Bruh, none of what you're saying making sense.
Bro, like,
none of what you're saying making sense. You just taking up time. I don't even know why. You just taking up time right now.
Oh my God.
Dude, I'll tell you why it don't make no sense, because Neely Fuller Jr.'s book is from 1957.
Which was after...
1957, my
dude. which was after Garvey, was it not?
After Garvey, but it's like contemporary with Kwame Nkrumah.
Okay.
Contemporary with Kwame Nkrumah. And then African liberation was going on throughout Africa. And he ain't never revised. He revised the book and expanded the book, and it's the same damn thesis.
Come on, man. You're so beholden to the way of Nkrumah thinking or these individuals, and you don't leave room for any other new, potentially innovative way of going about it, because it doesn't look like the OGs of the past. You're like, oh no, this gotta be right. Perhaps the solutions may not look similar to the OG solutions in the past. Okay, right. So Nkrumah and Garvey that it worked up into a point, did it not? And then it became neutralized. I think it clearly became neutralized to a point. I think that argument can be made. So what I'm suggesting is that Neely Fuller's material may be a starting point to think about the problems going forward. Maybe not the end all be all, but it's a possibility.
It's a possibility. No, bro, it's not even a possibility. It's impossible, because none of it makes any sense. The thing is, look, you want it to make sense, but it don't make sense. You can't establish that it makes sense.
You're the only person who you're one of the only, actually, truth be told, you're the only person I really know who was like, oh man, his material has produced some heavy hitters, but somehow my dude over here talking about, nah, it don't make no sense. So OG Dr. Wellesley, come on, my dude, like,
bruh, it don't make look, the thing is this. Look, I'll tell you why it don't make no sense. All right, look, because no, it's not that it don't make no sense. Hey, look, the reason why it don't make no sense to me, right?
There we go.
Is because I'm dealing with reality, and this dude is dealing with fantasy. Okay?
Oh my God.
I'll tell you how. I'll tell you straight up how. All right? You gotta understand. All right, first is one thing that he does not do, because actually Greg was in the dialogue on Twitter, and he was saying, all right, so at one point, Neely Fuller Jr. says, every white person, I'm going to quote it for you, okay? I'm going to quote it for you.
Here you go.
In fact,
here you go.
You know what? No, I'll quote it for you, just for now. I really should have asked you what you thought about this nonsense, but I'll quote it for you.
Here you go.
Let's see if we can get this for you. The white supremacists, racist man and racist woman collectively. Oh, no, that's not the one. There's so many ridiculous ones that... Oh yeah, during the existence of white supremacy racism, all non-white people, victims of white supremacy, are entitled to child support from racist man and racist woman.
Okay, but is child support in quotations? Let the audience know that that's the case.
Okay, what about it?
You see how you try to... Hey, audience. Make sure you see how he tried to be slick. He conveniently left out the fact that child support is in quotations for those who have never seen the material.
Because it's okay. So I don't know if you know the White Man's Burden. Have you heard of that poem? You heard of the poem White Man's Burden?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So there's a poem called The White Man's Burden, where it calls black people half children, half devils. Yeah. Okay? The guy said the reason why white people need to save the black people because they are half children, half devils. What did he just tell you?
Oh my God!
That black people are entitled to child support in quotation marks because we're clearly adults. But he's saying we are entitled to child support because we are children compared to the white supremacists.
Which I think that argument can be made. I think that argument can be made.
I just told you. I think his name is Rudyard Kipling or something. I don't remember his name, but The dude literally made a poem talking about.
I understand. I get the point that you're making. I get the point that you're making.
He calling us children, and you think that's not counter-revolutionary?
No, I think it's potentially an observation of reality.
That we are children.
No. In comparison to the dominant society, I think the observation can be made based on our behaviors, our thought, speech, and action. It can very easily be made that, or the argument can very easily that we behave as children as compared to the dominant society.
All of us.
And then, no, not all of us. Right?
And he said all of us.
Oh my God! Here we go. Now we want to get off into this. Not all of us. Okay, I have a question for you.
No. Hold on a second. No, you can't spin, because that's what I said. He's being deliberate. He is being deliberate. When he says, hold on a second, because you there trying to play me right here. During the existence of white supremacy, racism, all non-white people, victims of white supremacy, and remember, all of us are victims, according to him, are entitled to child support. All non-white people are entitled to child support from the racist man and racist woman. Don't try to do this now. If he said some of us, it still doesn't make any sense, right? But if he said some of us, that might be okay. He says all of us, so don't try to flip it up and be like, oh well, nah, don't do that.
Okay, I have a question. Was the transatlantic slave trade an evil done to individual black people, or was it something that was how do I want to properly articulate this? Was it an offense to those individual black people who got snatched, or was it an offense to black people in general? If that makes sense. Hello?
Okay, so you said was it
an offense to the individuals who got snatched, or was it an offense to the group as a whole?
I would say generally, not necessarily the whole, but it was more so than the individual.
That makes sense. So I see that there's a little bit we're missing each other a little bit. It makes sense then why you would think that what Neely Fuller said is not. Why you would think that very specific thing that you drew out doesn't make sense to you, right? Or is nonsensical. To me, it's pretty clear that again, not.
Woo!
Right. So.
Woo!
What?
Bruh, yo, when they do the Olympics again, you better go get that gold medal. You better go get that gold medal, because your gymnastics is crazy. You know what I'm saying?
My dude, you wild with it. So you telling me, okay, look, bro.
Wait, give me 2 seconds. I gotta get this thing right here, okay? Give me 2 seconds. You try to think of what you're trying to say.
Hilarious.
I gotta get this thing at this
Yeah,
hold on a second.
Yeah.
Alright, boss. Sorry about that. You there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Alright.
I'm here.
What were you trying to say?
Okay, I just have a few questions for you. Do you think people like you, people like me, people like that are in your community, or in our, I guess I'm understanding this for in our community, do you think that we represent black people?
Represent black people?
I don't mean in the sense of like a politician represents a constituent, but do you think that we are the norm?
You don't gotta be the norm. You don't gotta be the norm. But if you want me to say that we are not the norm, no, we're not the norm. Sure.
Okay.
What about it?
So I think when you're dealing with populations of people, right? When you're dealing with population, I think it may not be a bad idea to take into consideration the behavior, the group behavior, right? So the group is a large, right, Africans, and then you have, behavioral dynamics that exist in subpopulations.
I was saying, my dude. No, you see, y'all. The thing is this. That's what I'm trying to say. Here's what happened. I did a podcast. You probably gonna think this one's a miss too, but it had to deal with how the American people were imposing their views on the world. Okay?
Yeah.
And the Americans have this particular experience of being a dominated minority, right? And from that dominated minority position, they then say that's how it is in the entire world.
I think that that is actually true, except it manifests differently. So whereas blacks in America, the beast is right on our throat, right? On the continent, it's not. It doesn't look like that. It doesn't manifest like that. However, they finessing them out of all their resources, right? So it just looks differently. That's all. I think that
it looked different, but look, what I'm saying is this: you think that if Kwame Nkrumah, right, in Ghana, before they would if Kwame Nkrumah was told to stop, cut it out, stop meeting with black folk, they're just toxic, right? Stop meeting with black folk, they're just toxic. Instead, just follow a code. If you feel like it's good or not, then do so. Do you think that Ghana would be free right now?
I think that no.
Okay.
However,
okay, that's all I need to hear. That's all I need to hear. No.
But my dude, come on, dude, my dude. But okay, like I said, that was one beast that was overthrown. But which you agreed with earlier, it's not a far-fetched idea to say there is more liberation that needs to take place.
But that liberation will not come about through a code, my dude. That liberation will come about through organization, through war, through coming to this beast.
Right.
Through acting like a nation. You understand? Organization. The trouble with Neely Fuller Jr. and his ilk is that you're not gonna win in America. Bruh, you're not gonna win in America.
I see. See, that's why you should have led with that. You come out at the truth come out at night. You should have led with that statement. Now I see why we have so much disagreement.
What you talking about?
Say what you just said again. Did I misunderstand or did I mishear? You said you're not gonna win in America.
In America, yeah.
Got it. I see. Okay. Now that pretty much said everything I need to know.
Let me hear this. You making it seem like I'm saying something different.
No, you believe that there's no way to win in America, and if that's the origin of your thought, then obviously anything that I got to say is a moot point, because the origin of my thought is there is a way to defeat the beast, and
by a code.
I'm sorry.
By a code.
I'm not saying it is the only way, but it may not be a bad way moving forward. Especially dealing with the illnesses that we have. I don't mean physical illnesses, but the psychological illnesses that we have on this planet. It may not be a bad step forward. Okay, we can both agree that clearly what we're doing right now is not working. Can we agree on that? Clearly what we're doing right now is not working.
No, bro. Look. The reason why it's not going to work is because you have no. You have no rights to the land in America.
but the dominant society do when they snatched it up.
The thing is this: like most people will recognize that for what it's worth, you could be like if you're the majority population, then then like you could after like for instance you could say the Native Americans it's the Native Americans' land, okay? You could say that, but then even if you were to say okay, let's give it to the Native Americans, there's 5 million Native Americans and 200 million white people.
Exactly. Just by sheer population. I get what you're saying. By sheer population.
But look, you're only 40 million.
Yeah, I dig that.
So there's 200 million white folk. There's no way you are going to have the land from this white boy if there's 200 million of them.
I think that the way you envision what victory looks like. What victory looks like is. You may need to reconsider what your vision of victory looks like. If you have the idea of victory that I think you have, it makes sense that on sheer numbers you don't get the dub. You don't get the dub. There's nothing you can do just off raw numbers. However, are you familiar with some information that came out recently that the dominant society in all 50 states are not replacing themselves fast enough?
Yeah.
What's that? Right. So,
who's replacing them though?
Other non-whites.
Who?
Is the other non-whites?
Latinos. Bruh, you already replaced.
I'm sorry.
There's the population in America of Latinos is like 60 million.
60 million. Yeah.
You're 40 million, and they're growing.
Yeah. And we are growing as well. However. I'm just saying. I'm just putting this out there.
And and it's their land.
Is it their land?
Latino, the Native American, yeah.
Oh, you talking about the Native Americans? I thought you said Latinos. I must have misheard.
Latinos and Native American, they're like cousins, my dude.
What?
You African.
Oh, my dude said what? They cousins? What? Where you get this? Based on what?
Wait, you telling me the people coming from Mexico?
They cousins to
the people coming from Mexico. You don't think that Mexico? You don't think America? And they go into Texas and stuff like that. You don't think? And Texas is connected to Mexico. You don't think that? You don't think that they have a claim to that land? The Mexicans don't have a claim to the Texas land? The Texas?
I think based off the fact that used to be Mexico. Based off that.
Exactly.
But anything beyond that, no. Right?
Bro, the whole of America used to be in Mexico.
Right, but there's two things that make a piece of based on European military science and as I was told by the dominant society, there are two things that make a piece of land yours. Is you have to have people that are living there, so you have to be able to send people there, and you have to be able to defend it from someone taking it from.
Okay.
I'm not saying that this is the right way for it to be,
but look, that's what I'm saying. That's why you're not getting. If you outnumbered by everybody in America 8-1, or by white people in particular 5-1, and you also only got 1% of the national wealth, and this white boy got 99%, who you think gonna win? Who you think gonna win this war?
Again, based on that numbers and those realities, I think that it's a clear dub for us. However, you're not considering. So, how much military science have you studied? Watch, he about to say a gang. He about to be like, I've been freaking. How much? I mean, really, how much? Like, have you studied military tactics, military history, naval history?
Let's just say I dabbled. What about it? You stay trying to get my pedigree. I don't know why you trying to pedigree check me. Go on.
Because no.
Go on. Let the people know this dude was like, where you went to school? What did you do in school? And I'm like, look, my dude, I did astrophysics. And he gonna tell me, and you guys can laugh too. He gonna tell me aerospace engineering is the same as astrophysics.
No, okay. You see how he lied? You see how he quit?
You like, we peers. Negro, we ain't peers. I'm in the stars, right?
You see my dude? You gotta watch my dude. Quick to lie. I said that we were peers.
We ain't no peers. Nah. We ain't no peers. I was at the stars. You there tinkling around with some little gadgets or something. Go gadget.
Bro, what are you talking about? Oh my God.
Bro, I'm just joking. My dude. Come on.
I know.
You getting hype though, man. Like he actually doing science. You know, he took one. Y'all only took Y'all took like 2 physics classes and two calculus classes. The rest of us took like 10. You know what I'm
saying? Two calculus classes. Bro, you have to go through the whole sequence. What are you talking about?
Bruh. Come on, well, not at my school. At my school, y'all dropped out early. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my god! Oh my dude, he tried to go. All right.
We was looking around. Wait, hold on a second. Give me 2 seconds. Hold on a second.
My dude going hard.
Alright, my bad. You know, it's like some parent stuff. Alright, yeah. Nah, I'm just messing with you, man. I'm messing with you. I mean, engineering is something nice. I mean, it's not. I mean, whatever. Yeah. Okay. So, with the mental gymnastics, what else are you gonna say? How else are you gonna try to tell me that this dude? How you gonna tell me? How you gonna go from I don't think that they? Oh yeah. So we was talking about America. So yeah, the trouble is this. America got a nation. You don't got a nation. You know, when the Africans in IT, when the Africans in IT won their revolution, okay, they were the majority. They were like 90% of the population. If you think that they would have won if they were 10% of the population,
I see my dude ain't studying that military science. Okay.
Okay.
I'm glad.
Let me know. Break some game to me. Spit some game to me. Let me see your made up game.
I'm glad you came over here. Now you in deep water. I'm about to take you out of deep water and drown you. My dude. So look. So you believe, based on what you just said, we can deduce that you believe that pop numbers is the primary I guess way you win a war, right? So whoever has the most people is that's the side that's going to more often than not going to win. And
all right.
History shows when you get into military science and you actually spend some time studying, it's very clear that is a way to win. That's not the only way. Sun Tzu taught you that. Sun Tzu already let you know the game on that. That's just a small on that.
Make your point. Show me. Tell me the example. Make your point.
Okay.
Instead of just telling me, he just hand waving. Oh, I don't believe you. Tell me the point. Tell me the point.
You know the Battle of Thermopylae?
This dude. Wait, hold on a second. Let me say this, man. This dude hand waving like Princess Diana or some shit. You know, like the princess of some, like the princess of some motherfucking England. He just hand waving. Let me hear you, my dude. The Battle of what?
Are you familiar with Thermopylae?
Thermopylae. Tell me about that one. Where's that one?
Basically, that was basically in a nutshell, just to make it quick. It's 300. You know 300?
Okay, 300. Yeah, the one they lost.
Because I know. No.
The one they lost.
So, no. So that's the movie depiction. That's the movie depiction. I know a lot of our followers may not be familiar. I'm trying to keep it high because I know most people they watch TV and stuff like that, so they may be familiar with the Battle of Thermopylae through the movie 300. So I'm just trying to keep it up there. I can get out on the details. That's the movie depiction. When you really study the battle, please understand that is not how it went down.
I didn't see the movie, my dude. So let me know. Did they win or lose?
So in the movie they lost.
Okay.
And they were taken over by the Persians. However, in the actual battle, that is not how it went out at all. That's basically it. All I'm gonna say, just in a nutshell, is numbers is not the only way to win.
I never said numbers was the only way. However, I added. If you don't remember what I added, I said you had 1% of the wealth.
Right, and
you have none of the industries. My dude, you already lost this war. Are you joking?
Okay.
No, my dude. Let me ask you this. Real talk. Look, let's say you think you're bigger than me, because that's what you probably think, right? But like, let's say you and I have to go toe to toe. Okay, we and you got to go toe to toe, right? Mm-hmm. And before the fight, I say, okay, you wait in this room, and I wait in another room, okay? And in that one room that you was waiting in, you ain't have no food. You gonna beat me in the fight for 5 days? You starve for 5 days. You gonna beat me in the fight?
It's possible. Yeah.
Oh my gosh! What kind of freaking martial artist are you?
Bro, okay. Have you studied? Actually, do you study martial arts?
Yeah, you must be like something. This motherfucker think
Do you study martial arts at all?
Bruh, it don't matter. You starving for 5 days, my dude. You can't win a fight when you starving.
Bro, people, are you serious, bro? Bro, you've never, okay, have you never fasted?
Have I never what?
Have you ever fasted?
As far as I understand about fasting, it's not starvation. Is it starvation? It's not starvation, is it?
If you don't eat, literally, you take in 0 calories. I don't mean that sucker stuff. I don't mean like, I'm doing a tea fast or water fast or all that stuff. I'm talking about you taking 0 calories for 5 days. You don't die at the end of 5 days.
I'm not saying die. I'm saying you get weak. And even if it's not, and look, even if it's not 5 days, all right. Even if like I'm doing an exaggeration. What I'm saying is that if you are not feeding yourself, like an army that's not being fed. Yeah. Right, an army that does not have access to the food is a lost army.
Bro, you can perform. You can perform on little to no food. I'm here to let you know that.
Right, you. All right, look, it was a hyperbole. All right, now, even like let's say I see you can perform, right? Then I just starve you for longer. And like I don't understand. If somebody else has control of your food, you lost the war already, my dude.
I agree on that tip. However,
so who has control of the food in America?
Right now. That's the case right now.
So then why would you think you could win?
So if it jumped off tomorrow, we fool.
Okay.
But do you expect it to jump off tomorrow? I mean,
bruh, that's what I'm telling you. But Neely Fuller Jr., he's exaggerating the situation. He's exaggerating the situation. He's basing the situation off of what's happening in America. Now, in other parts of the world, black people have food independence.
Oh my God! It's a different version of what's happening. It's a different degree of what's happening.
Look,
where is their food independence?
This is the American talk. This is the American talking. You got black people on farms in Africa. A lot of them are agricultural workers and all that kind of stuff. A lot of them have food independence.
That's true.
Okay.
But the things that they have. Okay. So I'll give you that. I'll give you that one. However, no group of Africans on the planet have everything they need to go head to head with the beast. And I think any reason
because they look, even if they don't go head, no. But look, you see that's what I'm saying. But this guy is not saying go head to head. He's saying don't go. He said you don't even know what you don't even know what my dude's saying.
Don't lie to the people. You sit up here and told another one.
That's what. Look, hold on. But wait, there's more. Yo, hold on a minute, yo. This dude gonna be cause you gonna see.
Wow.
Hold on.
My dude left field with it.
Nah, bro. You like. How long ago you read this book?
It's been a while, actually.
Exactly. Was this like the first book you read?
Oh, here we go.
Was it the first book you read?
God no. I got to it later on.
So you read something before this and came to this, and now you.
No, this is not the end all be all. I'm not saying this is it right here. I tell it with heaven. I think that it should be read. I think that it. So in terms of innovation,
who could stop white supremacy?
I'm sorry.
Who could stop white supremacy? Who?
It depends on what perspective you come with it. So based off my man Neely Fuller, based off my man Neely Fuller, he said only them people can. But I understand that. But I understand that in the perspective that in other perspectives, we believe that we can. But based on what you're talking about, if we really lost, right? So let me connect the dots for the audience. So do you believe that we can stop the beast? If you believe that we can stop the beast, how is it that just 5 minutes ago you said we lost?
In America.
Right.
In America, you lost. Yes, man. You're a minority in America.
Right. Let me explain this. Do you understand that Africans in America are the most well-off Africans on the planet? Do you understand that, right?
You believe
Right?
that being dependent on another people for your food, clothing, shelter, and consciousness absolutely is the best condition for every black person in the world?
No. What I'm saying is on the monetary side of the game. On the monetary side of the game, Black Americans are the wealthiest Africans on the planet. We have more money per capita.
You got the highest incomes. Yeah, you got the highest incomes. You know why you got the highest incomes? Because the white man pay a lot. He pay a lot. That's it. White man pays a lot of money. He gives you good jobs. That's it.
But
you ain't got no wealth.
We have more wealth than we have more. Well, actually, I take that back. It depends on which way you think about it.
It does depend on which way I think about it. I know dang well you ain't got no wealth.
Well, I mean, it depends on which way you think about it.
No, it don't depend on which way you think about it, my dude. If you look at America's wealth,
you're the only person I know who says this.
No,
because it's only one perspective.
Because I'm an African in America. I'm not pushing forward the African American perspective.
Yes, I agree.
I'm pushing forward the African in America, so I'm gonna be a little different from the African Americans. Period. Okay, I'm gonna be different.
I agree.
I'm gonna be different. All right, but and the thing is this: it's not even about. See, you be going on this. Oh, you're the only person saying it. Yeah, okay. Prove me wrong. That's the name of the program. Prove me wrong. It ain't no. Oh well, somebody else didn't say that. You know, like I don't care if this other person. I don't care if these other people didn't say.
That lends itself. That lends itself. If that has weight. If you the only, and it goes both ways. It could be good or bad, but I think in this case it's bad. Lemmings.
You remember the game Lemmings? You had a. How old are you, man? If you don't mind.
Off the cliff.
Huh?
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Wait, if you don't mind, how old are you?
I'm gonna keep that on the wrap.
All right, you gonna keep that on the wrap. All right, look, when I was younger, we had, I think it was like, my dad brought us a Windows 95 or something like that, you know?
Oh damn.
And you put a floppy disk into the computer, and then you could play this game called Lemmings. And in the game, I don't remember how the game worked, but all you would do is walk. All these learners would just walk off the hill and die. You know what I'm saying? So I don't even know what was the point of the game. I don't even know. But it was visually fascinating at the moment. I was a young buck, and look. Here's the thing, though. All the lemons are walking off the cliff, right?
Yeah,
if one of the lemons says, "You know what? I don't want to walk off the cliff and die," right? And you're gonna be like, "Oh, you're gonna be like, you're the only one thinking like that." You're the only one thinking not to walk off the cliff. Yeah, if I'm the only one thinking not to walk, that's fine. That's a good thing, you know.
Like I said,
and I'm telling you game. I'm telling you game.
No, like I said, it goes both ways. It can
not both ways, my dude. It's one way, my dude. Shit.
Oh, well, literally, you don't say it's
he says, you said, he said, only people that could eliminate white supremacy are white supremacists. Bro, do not organize. Ask this white boy for child support.
Oh my god.
Like that's the stuff he's saying, my dude.
Oh my god. Sick, man. Dude, anybody who says it's one way, anybody who says you should be suspicious of that person because it's not.
Anybody who says what?
Anybody who says it's one way, you should be suspicious of that person because any example that you just gave, it makes sense, right? If everybody's jumping off the hey, don't do that, then that is a good example. And I said it goes away. There's opposite.
Hold on a second, you're coming out bad. What happened to your connection?
If somebody comes,
yo, I can't hear you.
If somebody comes to the understanding of, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I just hear you repeating yourself though. You sound like Elmer Fudd or something.
Yeah.
Now you sound like a robot.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
What'd you say?
People are. I'm sorry. People are. Just go ahead. You say what you say because.
All right. Yeah. Okay. So Yeah, the dude is talking about you cannot. All right, so you said if only one way. Yeah, look how many truths. There's like one truth, my dude. There's one truth. There's one truth. There's one reality. Look.
It's
knowledge. I'm gonna break you a definition. Okay, a real definition, not this Neely Fuller Jr. crap. A real definition. Knowledge is consciousness of reality. Reality is the laws of God. Reality is the sum of laws that govern nature and the causes from which they flow. Okay?
Yeah.
What that this is the real definition from knowledge and reality. Reality is the sum of laws that govern nature and the causes which they flow. There are laws in this world. If somebody's bringing you knowledge, they're bringing you reality. They're bringing you consciousness of reality, and if they're bringing you reality, they're bringing you the sum of the laws that govern nature and the causes from which they flow. No, there's not multiple. There's nothing wrong with what somebody's saying. Hey, you know what? This is a law of nature, and this is the cause behind this law of nature. You know what I'm saying? Nothing wrong with that. You know, so what? The thing is this: Martin Delaney, real brother. He says,
my dude.
Yeah, exactly. You know, he says, whatever liberty is worth the white man, it is worth the black man. So whatever it costs the white man to be free, the black man should be willing and ready to pay that same price. The white man does not organize.
Be careful.
No, the white boy organizes. That's what I'm trying to tell you. He organizes. He has hierarchies. He has leadership structure. He has meetings. Kwame Ture said it's not that the white boy is superior. It's the fact that the white boy organizes more than the black people because the white boy has weekly meetings. The Ku Klux Klan has weekly meetings where he discusses racist ideologies, and yet, meanwhile, black folk can't say the same thing. And then you have Neely Fuller Jr. telling you, look, do not organize because your people are toxic.
No. That's you are almost right.
Almost.
So you keep doing this, and I still haven't put my thumb.
Well, I can't hear you. What?
But,
I don't hear you, man.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, now I could.
Okay. So, oh boy, okay. Just in a nutshell, did the white man come from where we came from? I don't mean geographic. I mean social. Okay, where we are as Black Americans in this society. I think one point Neely Fuller is an American perspective, but he's prescribing stuff for a global. I think on that I'll give that to you. But I think some of his points carry over globally, and some of them they fall short. But in terms of the white man, he organizes, but he didn't have the reality that Black Americans example. So
what are you talking about? None of this. Nah.
I'm trying to come up with a.
You can't, dude. My dude. You about to get the silver medal. You about to get the silver medal in gymnastics. You doing the mental gymnastics.
Are you serious?
But you ain't getting the gold. Nah.
Hilarious.
Bruh, first off, look, white people, you know that white people were enslaved, right? You know that.
Oh, here we go.
You don't think so?
Here we go with this, man.
They were.
Go ahead, bro.
You don't think they were?
Go ahead, bro.
For 800 years, they were slaves to the Moors. Everybody knows this. White people know this.
Right. Iberian Peninsula.
Everybody know this. So it's not that they haven't had their little come up, okay? But even on this note, I want to ask you this, real talk, okay? The very thesis is this, that there are white supremacists, right, that rule the world. Is that the case?
I think that's largely the case. Yeah.
No. I'm asking you: is there a group of white people, unconnected to any sort of nation whatsoever, who are just the smartest, most brilliant people in the world, and not only do they are the smartest, most powerful people on the planet, and they rule over, and they have victimized every other every black person on the planet for shits and giggles.
Yes. I think that's largely the case.
Okay, who are they?
Not every black individual. But
who are they? Who are they?
If you
who are they?
Turn the point of slavery and offense.
Who are these white supremacists? Who are they? Who are they?
Single individual.
No, my dude, I'm asking you. Who are they?
It was an offense to the group as a whole. So, in that, yes.
All right, bro. But I'm asking you. Who are these? Who is this group of white people?
To a degree. It's a different degree. It doesn't look the same for everyone.
Wait, can you hear me?
Negroes.
I want to hear me.
They. So.
Can you hear me? Hello? Yeah, can you guys hear me? I don't even know if I can be heard. Bro, you there? I'm there having a laugh. Don't let the comedy out, Len. Let me see something. I'm about to jump on this thing. Can you hear me, my dude? Oh yeah. You're breaking up like you're breaking up like you had too much greasy food. Yo, I'm just having jokes all day. Alright, my dude. Can you hear me or no?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Alright, well. Yeah. Okay, so I'm asking you, who are these white supremacists? Can you hear me?
Yeah, it keeps breaking up. Let me try to maneuver elsewhere.
Oh, you gonna maneuver? This dude, man.
Yeah, I know, man. It sucks.
Shit. Alright, we're gonna wait for him to explain to us who these white supremacists are.
Now, I mean, dude.
Let me ask you this. No, I'm asking you. I'm gonna ask you this. I'm asking you this. Who are these white supremacists? That's my question. Who are these white supremacists?
Oh, I'm glad you said that.
Good.
Just a second. The signal about to break up. I'm about to maneuver.
This dude, man.
Come on, bro.
Yo, you ever saw there's some dude on some Hotep show, Hotep Jesus or whatever his name is, and he was talking to some dude, and the dude had good internet. He kept cracking on the dude's internet. Bro, what are you doing? You eating chips?
I'm walking.
Were you walking in sandals or something?
The flops.
Just wearing Crocs and shit.
Alright, you there? Let's try this now. Alright, bro.
Alright.
So, what's the question?
Alright, so my question is, who are these white supremacists?
Alright. So, you want them by name?
Yeah, I want them by name.
It's a
Damn, your internet went messy, my dude. You sound like a robot again.
I know, bro. I'm trying to. Let me see if I can go.
You on Wi-Fi or you on data? Yeah, what country you in? Yeah, no, I'm joking. I sometimes
yeah,
internet.
bro. I got. Let me go out to the car and see if it's gonna make it better. Cause this.
Oh, this dude trying to flex, talking about a car. You know. You're like, oh, let me go out to the Lexus. No. You know. Let me go out to the Ferrari. You know.
I'm about to be like Umar.
Oh, you want to be like Umar?
Shout out to my boy, dog.
Yo, that's your boy? Okay. All right.
I'm saying, man. I know. It's not. You know, it's not it's hit or miss. That's all I'm gonna say.
I know you went to the school, right? You sound like you a graduate.
Hey man, watch your mouth, man.
You sound like you a graduate of the university. The school. This guy, Mama Oyo about to drop your phone, man. So watch out with that, you know. And by the way, everybody listening know about Umar Johnson. Don't forget, I got a Cash App, so give me some donations. Donation. I'm just messing. You know the donations thing you said, right? No? Alright. Tough crowd. Anyway, make sure y'all like, subscribe, and all that. You there, boss? You reached the Ferrari yet? Yo. Anyway, and make sure anybody want to join in, y'all got the Discord link. So the Discord link's in the description. You can just click it, sign in, go to the group chat. We here, you know. We live. I'm just, you know, smoking these people. Just smoking any. Oh, he ain't even in here. Let me see something. Where's bro at? He texted me. He messaged me. He trying to start a call. I gotta type him to join the general chat. Alright. Yeah, too funny, man. I'm just not gonna invite him. Let's see. Where is this dude? Hold on a second.
Hello?
Oh, yeah, you in?
Alright, I'm in. Oh, okay. Sorry it took so long. Can you hear me now?
Yeah. In the Ferrari, gotcha. A Ferrari and Jaguar Swift in 4 lanes or something, right?
Hilarious.
Alright, so anyway, yeah, okay, so let's hear you. Oh, yeah, so who are these white people? Let me hear this.
Bro, so it's global white people. So there was a paper that was written that said, if you have enough wealth, you're effectively a global citizen. You're essentially above the way that the article says, the paper was talking about. It's saying you're effectively above the laws of any individual nation.
Okay, you can keep thinking that, but let me give me a name.
George Soros.
George Soros. Okay,
Classic.
George Soros. Gotcha. So you're saying George Soros, and give me another name.
Oh, so now you need another one.
No, just give me 2 names. Yeah.
All right, let me think. I have a list somewhere. Let me go through this.
You got a list of
yeah, you gotta keep a list of the beasts. You gotta keep a little dossier.
The list of the beasts. Gotcha, bro. Give me. You don't remember one person from the other name?
Lord Baron Rothschild.
Okay, Lord Darren Rothschild. Okay, so Lord Darren Rothschild and George Soros are working together, according to you.
Go.
Huh?
Here we go.
Working together to oppress, to abuse and humiliate black people, or non-white people all over the world.
Yes,
they are in a conspiracy together. George Soros and Rockefeller are in a conspiracy together.
They go out of their way.
They work together though.
It's not like that. It's not.
No, I'm asking because he's saying that these white supremacist racists work together. They are one cabal.
But it's not like that. It's not like we show up at the secret meeting together and we all on the round table. It's not like that. Mm-hmm. I don't need to meet with you. Like this is the problem. This is sort of not the problem. this is a portion of why we disagree. For you, it appears to me that you are only on. People can only do work in organizations in the confines of having an organization, right? So this is my observation of your thinking, and without them actually having a name branded organization, there can be no productive work done. I don't need to. They don't need to be in the same group and show up to the same meeting in order for them to make sure that they maintain power. Right, I don't need to show up to London or whatever the case is. We don't need to link up in the same physical vicinity in order for work to get done. That's one of the things that money grants you, and particularly being a member of the dominant society. I can be so somebody like a wealthy white New Yorker and somebody like a poor Appalachian member of the dominant society. They don't need to be in the same room in order to make sure that they maintain control. Right? That's something that's a unique aspect, as based on my observation. That's a unique aspect of being a member of the dominant society. You don't need to be in the same vicinity in order to execute and push forward. Basically, you're trying to, based on my man based on my girl Dr. Wilson, and based on my man Neely Fuller, they're trying to maintain genetic survival. And I don't need to be in the same room for that. If I know and you know, to mistreat these people who look like this, we straight. We don't even me and these two.
Okay, so let me just ask you this: so George Soros and Rothschild, they are more intelligent. They are smarter than every other people on the planet.
No. They have more money and they're more organized.
You just said they're not organized, but okay. But look, you're saying, but he's saying, look, he's saying the white supremacists, racist man and racist woman, collectively are the smartest and most capable of all of the white people. Oh, sorry.
Based on...
And the white people of the known universe collectively are the smartest and most capable of all people.
Hello?
Yeah.
I missed the last part. You said
the white people of the known universe collectively are the smartest and most capable of all people, and the white supremacists are the smartest and most capable of all the white people.
Based on the fact that their way of viewing the world is ubiquitous, right? Based on that. So for example, if it would look silly for me to claim I'm so smart, but I'm at the bottom of the barrel. If it were in fact, if I was as smart as I'm claiming to be, it would be evident in me not being at the bottom of the barrel. You see, it's coming from that perspective. It's not.
Hold on a second. The white supremacists are white people who classify themselves as white, who generally function as white, and who practice racial subjugation against people classified as non-white at all times, in all places, and in all areas of activity. They deliberately dominate and mistreat people.
Yes.
Of color, non-white people.
Yes.
Yep. No, I thought I was reading the one where he says that they're the most smart in the world, but there's another place where he just says it, that white supremacists are the smartest people all over the world.
Based on the fact that we live in their world.
Yeah, all right. We don't live in their world, though. That's what I'm trying to tell you. We do not live in their world. You live in their world in America because you're an American. Like, what I'm saying is this: the analysis is flawed. Okay? When you are in China, look, when you're in China, you're living in the Chinese world.
Doubt it.
What do you mean, doubt it?
Doubt it. You really believe that?
You don't think any Chinese person in China is living in the Chinese world?
Have you been to China?
No, I haven't been to China.
Okay, so I got you again on this. I got to check the pedigree.
Wait, you've been in China?
Why would I have not been to China?
Okay, never mind. I've never been to China. Well, go on.
Matter of fact, have you been to the continent?
Not yet, no. I've been to Jamaica, though. I've been to Jamaica.
Good.
Not like I never left, you know what I'm saying? And I've been to UK, too. If you want to know.
Good.
You want to check the pedigree?
Oh, you made it to the enemy's homeland. And okay, no, I'm just clowning. But
first off, you went to China, so like get out of that.
But I went to China after I went to the motherland.
Okay, where'd you go on the motherland? Since you're trying to pedigree check, where'd you go? Logos?
Legos. Excuse me. Here we go. Legos.
I heard you. I heard you say logos. It's on record, my dude. But
here we go.
Okay, so you call you what?
Hold up. Caught me slipping.
Oh, I did, right? I went to logos. Now I do. He just opened up. He opened up his little Greek dictionary. He opened his Greek dictionary.
Had to jump to the internet real quick.
Exactly. I went to what's an African city? You know, that's the only place you've been.
Hilarious.
That's the only place you've been.
Nairobi. I've been to Cape Town. I've been all over the continent. It's enjoyable. But what I'm saying is this. So
you ever been to the bush?
No, I ain't been to the bush.
Okay, so my thing is this: you believe that white people dominate black people in the bush of Africa?
Here we go. Again, the manifestation of it looks differently. They not own our throats in the bush. They not own our heads.
In all areas of people activity.
Bro. Okay.
You believe that they dominate you in all areas of people activity in the bush.
What are all areas of human activity? Go ahead and list them.
Yeah, right. Let's list them.
Labor, law, love, entertainment. What is it? It's slipping. Break them down since you got
Rascast. Remember Rascast? And of course, all these definitions are whack, but economics, education, entertainment, labor, law, politics, religion, sex, war. So you believe that white people dominate black people in economics, education, entertainment, labor, law, politics, religion, sex, war, and counter-war, all over the continent, in every area of the continent.
Are you for real? Where? Okay, give me examples to the contrary. You're gonna not. I'm talking about you. I'm trying to find where we're missing each other. So, yes, you can provide an example to the contrary, but when it comes to the group as a whole, yes. Right, so I think that's where it is. So
all over the world, of every non-white people.
Bro, here we go, dude.
So the Indian, for the Indian, for the Arab.
You talking about East Indian?
The East Indian, the East Indian, the Arab, the Chinaman, the Japanese man. All of them are dominated in everything regarding economics, education, entertainment, labor, law, politics, religion, sex, and war.
Almost every one of them. Oh my God, my dude, nah. Okay, almost every one of those nations whose constitution, this is just a small example, almost every one of the nations that you just named, constitution, draws on the United States Constitution. That's one. Two, almost every one of them, where do they want to go when they want to get big and they want to be an actor? They go to Hollywood.
Oh my gosh! Oh, bruh.
Can I continue? Can I continue? This doesn't mean that they don't have Bollywood and Nollywood. But
yo, these low balls, my dude.
Low balls.
Look, my dude. He's not saying no. He's saying the white man, the white supremacist, your little Rothschild and your little George Soros has absolute domination over every other population on this planet. Absolute domination. So that means that they are making Bollywood. The white supremacists, George Soros and your man.
The name is called Bollywood. The fact that you're saying Bollywood and we're saying Nollywood and Bollywood is based off Hollywood. Come on, my dude.
Okay, but dude, you understand that? Wait, hold on a second. You know that's a low ball considering
that's
that.
A low ball?
Hold on, my dude. Considering that you understand that America did actually create the movie industry.
Yes. You're killing me with this, bro. They don't run the entertainment industry, but you just gonna sit up here and say we created the movie.
No, look. Right now, nobody's gonna say America don't have influence, but that's like saying. But the thing is this. The thing that you're misunderstanding is that the whole world.
Dominate.
Hold on a second. The thing you're misunderstanding is the whole world has cultural diffusion going on. The whole world has cross influences. No, bro. The whole world has cross influences. So it's not to say that nobody's going to tell you that America don't have influence. Because the thing is this, like even if you say the Constitution, you understand that the Articles of the Confederacy were based off of what the Native Americans were doing.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean that the Native Americans were dominating America politically.
Right. But in this example,
you understand?
that is the case. Yes,
Okay.
that's true. That example that you gave is true, but in this
Mao Zedong
Right.
actually fought against America. You can't say Mao Zedong was an American puppet. You gonna tell me Mao Zedong is an American puppet?
No, I'm
All
not
right
gonna say
then.
that because I haven't had any evidence to the contrary or to the fact that he was the American puppet.
He was an American puppet. He wasn't an American puppet. No, you're gonna tell me
That's what I'm saying.
he wasn't. So it don't even make no sense. What about what's his name? Bin Laden. Was he a American puppet?
Bro, Bin Laden works for the CIA. What you talking about? I can send you the evidence on that. Come on,
Works for the CIA.
His family worked with Bush in the CIA in the 80s. Come on, bro. That's not.
No, he got money from the CIA. That's true, but that's not the same. That's not the same as working like.
It is. If you get money from some,
No.
That's your bread and butter. What are you talking about?
No,
bro,
you gotta. All right, hold on. All right, it's nuanced. That's what I'm trying to tell you. It's nuanced. All right, it's a good. I mean, it's you getting there. That's a decent point, but it's nuanced. You know.
You're gonna nuance it down to its atoms, dude.
No, I'm not nuancing it down to its atoms. What I'm saying is that America could America does try to have a global impact.
No, it
does.
It doesn't try to.
It's not absolute. That's the difference.
It's the closest thing we've ever seen to absolute.
No, it's not. It's not close to absolute, my dude. America's power is waning. It's not.
The closest thing we've ever seen. I didn't say it's close to it. I said the closest thing we have ever seen.
What Neely Fuller Jr. is saying is that it's absolute. That's the difference. In America, however, look. In America. No, bro. Look. In America, America's power is absolute. Okay?
Oh gosh.
Okay?
Okay.
America's power is absolute in America.
What's America's number one export?
Export?
What's our number one export? And it's kind of a trick question. I don't actually mean like what's our actual. It's sort of a trick question.
Are you gonna say culture?
Yes. And that's absolutely true. American culture is our number one export. We make more what you mean? We make more money exporting American culture than any individual.
What's that got to do with anything, though, my dude?
Oh, dear God. My dude said, what's that got to do with anything?
This dude.
Okay, who has military power on the planet?
America, definitely.
Okay, so we're going to go down the list. So war, we're going to check that off. So war, we're going to check that off, right? I think I just thought of something. So I don't think. Okay, so the way I understand it is when Neely Fuller is talking about dominance is not in the sense of
this dude gonna just stretch it. Just use his words. Don't use. Look, I understand that an intelligent individual.
You're interpreting.
I could understand. Look, my dude. I could understand that an intelligent individual can read something, anything. Okay, anything. An intelligent individual could read anything and come out and say, oh, this is reasonable because if you apply it in this certain lens. You know, if you hold the book upside down, if you if you read it backwards. But the reality is that the words themselves betray.
But it's never the case. What you're doing is interpretation, bro.
I'm reading it verbatim. You are doing mental gymnastics, my dude.
He never said absolute. You said what Neely Fuller means is absolute. You said he means. You said he means absolute.
No. Look here. 4 basic types of power among the people of the known universe. All power, superior power, inferior power, and immediate power. Okay? So all power. Actually, I think this is the summary. All power exercised by the known and unknown, God created, blah, 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 blah. Superior power, white supremacy. Power exercised by the collective white supremacist racists over against all of non-white people of the known universe. Inferior power. Power exercised by the non-white people who exist in subjugation to the white supremacists. And then immediate power. Power exercised by any person, animal, insect, directly caused to death of or serious injury to any person, animal, insect, etc. Why are you doing that old thing? But he's saying Superior power is the only second to the all power among the people of the known universe. It is the power exercised by those white people who practice white supremacy against all the people of the known universe who are classified as non-white. Those white people who practice white supremacy are not the supreme power in the universe over all things at all times. They do, however, exercise supreme power over the non-white people. They do exercise a superior power over the non-white people of the known universe in all things at all times. The ability to cause non-white people to think, speak, and or act according to the will, dictates, and or requests of the white supremacists is what makes the white supremacists supreme over the non-white people who submit to and who cooperate with them in one or more areas of the people activity, economics, education, entertainment, labor, politics.
That's exactly it. That definition right there articulates what I don't understand. How did you miss that?
Wait, hold on. The power of the white supremacists to dominate all the non-white people is proof of their superior power. And then here's the inferior power. This is the so-called power a non-white person has, which is truly a lack of power, and or the lack of the will and ability to do anything of comparative significance without the direct or indirect force, approval, or voluntary support of the white supremacists and or white people in general.
That's largely true.
Okay, so hold on a second. So he's saying, you pay attention, that no other people but white people can accomplish anything, can do anything without white supremacists, without George Soros and Rothschild.
So indirectly, indirectly there's a lot of evidence to suggest that is true.
That China, the people in China can't do anything without the approval of George Soros and Rothschild.
Okay. This is the evidence that I'm going to uphold to sort of make that point. So, do you remember when? So, do you remember 2008? On I think it was like 2007, 2008 when
the economy went back left. 12 years. Go on.
Or when the economy went left, and it was like the most recent the Great Recession they call it. Okay, look at the economic indicators. The economic indicators. So when the United States dollar took a dive, look at which countries' economies took a dive as well. To sum it up, every single country's economy, including China's, took a dive that was 2 and sometimes 3 times greater than the American economy and the American dollar. What I'm suggesting is that their economies.
That's what I'm saying. You're twisting everything. Look.
What do you mean?
Look, the reason why you're twisting everything. Look, my dude. The reason why you're twisting everything. I'm explaining to you really simple, because that's the thing that y'all not understanding. You're talking about nations. I'm talking about nations. Neely Fuller Jr. is talking about individuals.
No, he's not. He's talking about groups of people.
Individuals.
No, he's talking about groups of people.
White supremacists are the white supremacists a nation, or are they?
White supremacists are groups of people.
All right, groups of people. Are they nations? Are they nations?
Yes.
No, you see, you're talking about the United States dollar. Do the white supremacists? Are you talking about the white supremacist dollar?
Bro, the United States is a white supremacist nation.
Okay, it's a nation. But you understand, that's what I'm saying. His analysis is the analysis based off of individuals, but you're saying, hey, look at this nation. Look how this nation responds to this nation.
Individuals make up nations.
Of course, but nations are different from individuals. You have to know that.
They're literally not.
Okay. So
there is no.
So hold on a second. You don't think that? So are you America?
No, I'm not. But there is somebody that is.
There's somebody who is America.
Yes.
And that's George Soros and Rothschild.
No, sir.
Who is America?
No, sir.
Who is America? Who's the one whose dollar fell down?
White males are America.
White males are America. All of them.
Is what America.
All of them are or just the white supremacists?
It doesn't matter.
No, because he's saying that the white supremacists got nothing to do. The regular white people got nothing to do with everything.
That distinction is a.
You see, that's what I
mean. What you mean?
Woo, Brad, do you even know this dude? You read his stuff or no? There are 3 basic types of white people. There are 3 basic types of people in the known universe: white people, non-white people, and white supremacists. Okay, so white people are the people who are white, who classify themselves as white, who have been classified as white, blah, 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 blah. Non-white people are the people who have not been classified as white, pretty much, or have been classified as non-white. And the white supremacists are the people who classify themselves as white, who generally function as white, but who practice racial subjugation at all times, in all places, and in all areas, and they deliberately dominate. So the point being, you're saying America is white people. He's saying, look, we're focusing on the white supremacists, not white people.
I believe there is no distinction between a white person and a white supremacist.
Okay, but that's exactly not what he's saying.
Right, and that's okay.
No, that's not okay, because the point is that's exactly against what he's saying. He legit says there are three types of people.
I have to roll with everything he's talking about?
Look, if you're trying to defend him...
I'm not trying to defend
him. If you're trying to defend him, if you're trying to tell me that I'm wrong and I'm off base because...
You are.
Wow. Okay? Because I look at what he says and I say that's ridiculous, and then you
purposely...
I give you what he says, and then you say, yeah, that's ridiculous, but you're not off base.
No.
What if I tell you're off base?
You purposely mischaracterize what he's saying, such that it can be look, this guy is ridiculous. He doesn't line up with including these guys. You have enough intelligence. You're smart enough to understand what he's saying, but you just refuse to, and that's okay.
No, I'm smart enough to understand what he's saying. That's why I'm pointing out that it's wrong. What's wrong? Like, what's up with you, man?
No, dude. Okay. No, dude. You the only person, like I said, the limits thing, yeah. But like I said, if somebody came in the room and was like, the sky is red, everybody else like, no, the sky is blue, homie. You dead wrong. Then right? So that whole the limit thing is I guess it goes both ways, dude.
But I'm quoting to you what he's saying, and you're not agreeing.
You're quoting to me, but then you interpret it. But you conveniently miss the interpretation that you applied to it. And then
no, my dude. Look. So again, I want to just explain to you again. I do a national analysis. Okay, I do a national analysis. If America collapsed, okay, it would not. America, the white, quote unquote, white supremacists or whatever you want to call them, of America would not have global dominance and global influence.
What?
They wouldn't. Do you not? This is geopolitics. If America collapsed, right? Russia, China, UK, France, all of them would move in on American territory. Canada, Mexico.
Have you? Okay, so you don't. I see. You don't understand how tied in, bro. Like I said, 2000. I use that 2008 as an example. When our economy took a dive, every other.
No, I said collapsed. I said collapsed, as in no more American government.
But
no more American government.
Right, but that suggests an economic decline. Right, your government, your political structure is propped up by your economic structure.
Okay.
So if like I said, and the evidence that I use for that is to attempt to show you that if the American government decline would suggest an economic decline. If you study Rome, you'll see that this is the same way. Their economy decline, then their government decline. So if the United States government decline, a recession is a mini decline.
Gymnastics, my dude.
Follow me. I'm gonna try to make it short. This is not a gymnastics.
Sure.
A recession is moving towards a decline. Right? Your economy is going down. Right? So in 2007, when our economy went down, every single economy on the planet, without exception, went down.
There's dollar dependence, my dude. There's dollar dependence on the United States. But if the United States was not existing, then
if our economy declines, our government will decline, which will send other countries into total collapse. Bro, you have to understand.
No.
It will. Look, this is not me talking.
No.
Every major economics theorist has suggested that this is the case. I've seen you the research on that.
Okay, sure.
Anybody who's watching who knows that the stuff understands the minute. Who looks at the economy and listens to the theorists.
All right, so dude, what happened? Look here. You completely off. Completely
Uh-huh.
off. I'm gonna ask you straight up. What happened when now remember the UK had a real empire. Okay, the sun ain't set on UK. What happened when the UK fell down in power?
The United States rose.
Okay.
All
right then.
Right, but we didn't.
All right then.
Right, but we're not. We weren't having that conversation. That's a separate conversation.
All right then. You're not getting geopolitics. No.
Dude,
Let me test your pedigree. How many books you read on geopolitics?
A little bit.
Okay.
So I study my dude. You read the Grand Chessboard by Zbigniew Brzezinski?
Sure, why not? Look, my question is this. All right, even if you go into that book, right? My question is this. You have to understand that countries take advantage of other countries all the time. Countries are waiting to take advantage of other countries all the time. The idea that now the dissolution of the American state, like let's say this protest made it so that we went into some balkanization kind of stuff or whatever, right? Okay. If that were the case, right, then America would no longer have a military to defend it. Okay? Would no longer have that military supremacy, no longer be able to fund these militaries and whatnot. And in that circumstance, theirs would be taken over by other countries all over the world. Okay? And these quote-unquote white supremacists, their power is linked to the United States. You understand? We're talking about nations. We're analyzing nations. What your man Neely Fuller Jr. does is he takes away from the analysis of nations, and he makes it into a conversation of individuals, and he tells you to respond as an individual. Whereas if you are serious, and clearly, maybe not everybody's serious, but if you are serious, you're looking to build nations.
Yeah,
okay?
but what you fail to realize is that nations don't operate in a vacuum. So yes,
of course not.
The point, right? So yes,
that's the whole point. That's the point that's the point Neely Fuller Jr. misses. That's the point Neely Fuller Jr. Nations do not operate in a vacuum.
That supports my point, and it's counter to your point.
Bro, I don't think we disagree, and I'm talking about Neely Fuller Jr. I don't think you're an unreasonable person. I'm thinking Neely Fuller Jr. is. But yeah, you can rationalize things, but Neely Fuller Jr. does not mention one nation in his book.
Right. And the reason why is because
it doesn't make no damn sense. How could you talk about nations without mentioning anyone?
Because so have you
this guy, you're gonna start stuttering, my dude. Porky pig, man.
I think hilarious. I think what it is because it's a delay.
No, there ain't no delay, man. The delay is you clicking. The delay is you clicking the dots to figure out. You connecting the dots to figure out what's going on.
Hilarious. No, dude. Look.
I think there's a delay. I agree with you.
You should read the book Anglo-American Establishment by Carol Quigley.
Oh yeah, that's the conspiracy theory book. Gotcha. But look,
conspiracy theory. That conspiracy.
All right, maybe not. I don't remember. I didn't read it. But look, I just heard some conspiracy theories promoted. But look. Regardless of the point is this: if that person's naming America, that's it. If you say, hey, look, America has a lot of influence all over the world. America has military bases all over the world. America has this, blah, blah, blah. And therefore, Rothschild and Soros are these white supremacists who are trying to destroy. That's where you got off base. You have to focus. If you're going to focus on America, you focus on America. If you're going to say, hey, look, America and Europe are working together, that's a good point. But
America
it's nations. That's geopolitics 101.
No, but America is a collective of individuals. So if it's a collection of individuals.
Even if it were, it does not exercise power outside of the nation.
It literally
the power is connected to the national strength.
For example.
So you think George Soros controls the U.S. military?
No, but
okay.
He can.
Enough said.
No, but
enough said.
But that's just one. That's one aspect of it. Military power is one wing That's one arm, I should say. That's one arm of it. The media is another arm. My man Rupert Murdoch, classic white supremacist, right? Rupert Murdoch through Fox News and different arms of the media, right? These are groups of individuals.
Okay.
And if those individuals are,
yes, but they have look. Here's where you got it though. Look here. Pay attention though. Where's Fox News broadcasted?
I don't know where.
In America.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
You think Rupert Murdoch has absolute control over Chinese television?
No, dude. No. You and this. No,
what white person you know? No, I'm asking you this right now. What white person you know got absolute control over Chinese media?
But it doesn't.
What white person you know got absolute control over Chinese media?
Okay.
No, name me.
It's not absolute.
Give me a name.
It's not absolute control.
Oh, it's not absolute. Okay.
For example,
it's not absolute. Okay.
But for example,
no. For example, the dude is saying white supremacy is the most powerful force in the world. It dominates all non-white people in all areas of human thing, from entertainment, education, labor policy, blah blah blah. What white person you know? What white person you know has what white person you know has absolute control over the Chinese education system?
It's not
over the Chinese education system.
It's a group of individuals. Again,
okay, what group of white? So you saying the white supremacists have absolute control over the Chinese education system?
No.
Over the Chinese education system?
No, bro, no.
So wait, hold on. The Chinese people are victims of white supremacy, right?
Yes.
They're victims of white supremacy, and so as victims of white supremacy, they have no control over their education.
No. Okay, look at it like this. What's the second most common language spoke? What's the second most common language spoke in China?
That's nations. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I'm not saying that America doesn't have influence around the world. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that white supremacy, white supremacists, a small group of people in America apparently, do not have absolute control over the world.
No, it's not in America. It's not. They exist outside. They exist outside of individual nations, although they may have citizenship. They have to have citizenship. That's the thing. You think it's tied to individual nations, and if you again,
it is tied to individual nations, though. That's what I'm trying to tell you. You making all these. You just talking, my dude.
Let me finish. It's the same thing. You have this box theory, right? You need to operate within organizations. You need to operate within countries. You need to operate, bro. There are people who exist outside of all of that, bro. They exist outside of all of that, although they have citizenship, although they have organization, but they exist in a maneuver outside of all of that, bro. These people. Have you spent any time living outside the country? Perhaps you don't understand how much influence Americans have over other countries. That may be why you don't have any understanding of how
exactly Americans, the nation.
Oh my God!
What are you not getting about that? The nation of America is a superpower. Everybody knows this.
Okay.
America tells us it's a superpower every day. It's not an absolute power.
But if it's a white supremacist nation and it has more influence,
he doesn't call anything. There's no nations called white supremacist nations. He says there's a group of white supremacists. Okay, there's a group of white.
If you believe that you can only operate based on nations and organizations,
so stop saying nation. Just say there's a group of individuals who somehow this group of individuals. This is conspiracy theory, my dude.
It's not a.
This is conspiracy theory.
It's not a conspiracy theory.
Exactly.
It's not, and saying that it's a conspiracy theory doesn't actually mean that it's wrong. Let's say it's not a conspiracy theory. That's what people do so that they don't actually have to deal with it on an intellectual level, right? So you should be suspicious of anyone who was dismissive of that's a conspiracy theory. Deal with it, bro.
I should be suspicious of myself.
Deal with the hilarious. Deal with the concept that I'm bringing forth to you that I'm bringing forth to you an idea that clearly you doesn't exist in your.
No, bro. I'm telling you what he's saying. He never says America is a white supremacist nation. You said that, okay? If you were to tell me America is a white supremacist nation, I'll be like, okay, that's fine. I would agree with that.
No.
Okay, I would agree with that.
Okay,
but
what
I'm
does that
going
mean,
off
though?
of what Neely Fuller Jr. is saying. That's
does
the
that
person
mean?
that's disagreeable. You could say white supremacist nation. You can't show me Neely Fuller Jr. saying that.
Okay.
So it's a moot point. You can't.
It's a moot point.
Yeah, because you're bringing up you're over rationalizing when a dude didn't even said that.
That's called the Hegelian dialectical. So if you
hold on a second, is this prove me wrong? Hegel is a counter-revolutionary, or is it prove me wrong? Neely Fuller Jr. I don't understand.
I'm sorry.
I said, is this prove me wrong? Hegel is a counter-revolutionary, or is this program called Prove Me Wrong? Neely Fuller Jr. is a counter-revolutionary.
No, I think that you. Okay, actually, you know what? I'm going to concede your point. It just struck me like lightning. Based on your limited definitions, you would be correct. Based on the definitions that you have described, Neely Fuller would be a counter-revolutionary. If you allow for flexibility in your intellectual definition, you would see very clearly that he could potentially line up with being revolutionary. But because you are rigid, because you're rigid in your definitions of what very rigid and very
by reading his book.
Your definition, not the book, your definition. So your definitions of what a revolutionary are rigid and tight. If you allow for wiggle room and space and flexibility in those, I think that it very clearly and very easily you will see his theories aren't too far-fetched.
Listen to me. Look here. This is look. I'm gonna say this. Tell me if you agree or disagree. So racism is a basic perspective. All right. The matter, sometimes referred to as the race problem, is the basic initial unfinished business among the people of the known universe. Therefore, it is not possible to effectively speak and or act to eliminate any major problem that involves people without first eliminating the problem of racism, white supremacy in every area of people activity, including economics, education, entertainment, labor, law, politics, religion, sex, and war, counter-war. Right? It's impossible to do anything without eliminating this problem. Right? In order to do this, it is necessary for victims of racism, non-white people in effective numbers, to know and understand who the racists, white supremacists are, who they are, how they function, and for what ultimate purpose. The victims of racism must also know and understand how the power of the racist to practice racism can be nullified and or eliminated by victims of racism speaking and or acting as individual persons, all by choice according to the compensatory counter-racist code based on the logic of cause and effect. Yeah, that's it. Do you agree with that? I mean, I think
a lot.
Huh?
I'm sorry. I think
no.
largely. Go ahead.
No, what are you saying?
No, go ahead.
Nah, I kind of realized that was the wrong thing to read, so I was just kind of like.
Okay, I was gonna say largely that I think that is the case to a large degree. I think that is not a bad starting point. Look, let's consider it like this. Let's say we do behave. In a way that Neely is suggesting. What do you see as so for you? It seems like perhaps I may be wrong, but it seems like your thing is the fact that the people aren't organized. Let's say tomorrow everyone we started behaving. Everyone meaning all of the people is classified as non-white as defined by Neely Fuller. Let's say we started behaving in the way that he suggested.
Neely Fuller Jr.
It could be. Yes. Let's say tomorrow.
Give me an example.
Okay. Let me. Okay. So he suggests that we behave in certain ways. It's a prescription of behaviors. Individuals behave in a certain way. What? I don't understand. Help me out. What is all of that about?
Bruh.
What?
White Americans are going to have. What's this I say? Oh, is it just buy BTC? Just buy Bitcoin. Look, white Americans are going to have power, absolute power in America. Okay? Regardless of what you do. All right? Because
so that's why we disagree.
It's their nation.
We'll continue to disagree on that. Continue.
Okay. Outside of America.
You heard? Are we still live?
Yeah. Why?
I was just saying, no matter what I just wanted to talk to people. He said, no matter what you do, I just wanted to emphasize that. Continue.
Yeah. All right. So, if I mean, like for now, as long as there's no strong nation in Africa, right? You are not going to
I agree with this.
Like you are going to be subjugated by white people and second class and all that. Doesn't matter what you do. Okay.
Oh.
However, outside of America, right? You have a lot of potential for resistance against America.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
So you believe that you got more resistance in America than outside?
Yes. To the degree of this. So let me follow. Let me lay it out. So to this degree, let me lay it out. To this degree. So we're both lacking. I think inside America and outside America, all Africans lacking. The nature of that lacking is different. So, like we said earlier, Africans on the continent, they have food dependence, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Or, excuse me, food independence, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. What's wrong? What's wrong with that?
I'm just listening, but it's just hard to it's hard to keep a straight face with Neely Fuller Jr. Now it's just hard to
How? So keep
going, my dude.
Did I say something that was live? On the continent, as you articulated, Africans have food independence.
Yeah, all right.
There's nothing to scoff at because that's true.
I'm scoffing at the fact that you're trying to go somewhere with that. But let's go.
Hilarious. Okay. So in America, we don't have food independence. However, we have things. That our African brothers and sisters don't have.
Oh,
and not only that, I think that if you had to say that which group could get the necessary things that they needed quicker, I think that American Africans can mobilize quicker. It's easier for us to get food. It's easier for us to get food independence than it is for our African brothers and sisters to get the things that they need to go against the beast. I think so.
Bro, what are you talking about?
I think that's clear.
Bro, what country are you? What country? You went to too many countries. You clearly went to too many countries because you done forgot your home. You know what I'm saying? You done forgot your home, man. What are you talking about? So what do you think is the end goal? What do you think black people in America could do?
Like I said, liberation.
Liberate. What does that mean?
Oh God. Oh, let me come up with a good succinct way to describe.
Show my dude. Do the gymnastics, man. Show us. I forgot the name of my sister who does gymnastics, but
it's no gymnastics, my dude. So it's the ability to control our destiny. I'll sum it up as that.
Who said you made that up?
I just came off the top of that.
Dang. Okay, so you believe that in America, you are going to have sovereignty. In America. Independent of this white boy. On his soil.
I think it's possible.
You think sovereignty on his soil, in the middle of his land, is more possible than sovereignty outside of his land?
No, not that. I think both are possible.
No. You told me that it can't be done outside, and that we in America have the best chance. Okay?
No.
Yes, you did, my dude. You on recording, man. You on live. Don't be trying to play that stuff.
I literally did not say that. I said the things that we need to go up against the beast. That's what I said. I said the things we need
for liberation. For liberation. So you believe that because I was telling you you can't get it. You're telling me that you have a better chance of getting sovereignty in the middle of America than a black person in the middle of Africa.
Let me think. Let me think. If you put it like that, let me think.
If I put it like that, if I put it like what you just said.
No, that's not what I said. Let me see.
That's what I'm saying. Y'all, look, you read all these books. You read Neely Fuller Jr. and you sitting up here right now got to think about this. You should know the answer to this.
No, because if you put it like that, maybe not.
No, Jerry.
But
maybe not. This dude, bruh, in the middle of American soil, America is the strongest white nation on the planet. Possibly in the history of the world. The strongest white nation in the history of the world. And you think that you, as a minority, getting pocket change from this white boy. Getting pocket change from this white boy, you are going to be able to carve out a land when you're not the majority anywhere. In any state. In any state in America, you are not the majority.
Right, but that can change. That's not a immutable point. If
Oh my gosh, are you not paying attention to the news?
What about it?
This white boy is killing black mothers and killing black fathers every day to the extreme with no repercussions.
Right. And as soon as black Americans wake up, as soon as black Americans wake up and realize what it is and not what it ain't, that could change.
Okay, that could change with 1% of the wealth.
Why does 1% of the
and 20% of the population? And 40% of the population. Huh?
This is a lack of your military science. Why does 1% of the wealth? Haiti didn't have 1% of the.
Okay, but the difference is with Haiti again. Like I said, it was they had numbers. The thing with the thing with Americans,
but they were going up against the strongest. They were going up against the strongest military on the planet at the time.
Yeah. But they had numbers. They had strategy.
Numbers was the thing that tilted it for them. That was it. It was the fact that they had more numbers.
Bro, did you study the Haitian Revolution?
Not as much as I need to, but I
okay. So then why are you trying to? I'm just
saying.
What are you talking about?
I haven't studied the history of Haiti more so as in its military. Like in my experience of studying military history, that's when I came across the Haitian Revolution and the Zulu Wars and things of this nature. But I'm not trying to, from my understanding, from a military science standpoint, their numbers was important, but it wasn't the end all be all. And I suggest that I put forth the idea that because we don't have the numbers, because we don't have the wealth, it's not the end all be all. It's entirely possible.
Bro, what do you have?
Right now we down bad.
You have nothing.
Right now we down bad.
On this white boy, you got nothing.
Right now.
You got nothing.
We down bad. We saying the same thing right now.
No, not no down bad. You got nothing, my dude. Like, bro, like it's like I got this little kid, right? If me and him try to fight, right? It's like if you try to fight, like there's some dudes I can fight, right? Then there's some dudes who like let's say if a dude was now this is not possible, but like let's say they were giants, right? And the dude's 30 feet tall. Okay, 30 feet tall, all muscle. All right.
You know David and Goliath though. Don't try to act like you don't know.
I know that's false. That's what I know. And I'm talking about, and I know that it wasn't no fist fight. Now, if you gonna go to, it's like an ant. Like ain't no like. I'm not saying I'm somebody who would crush roaches all day and whatever. But if a roach wanted to fight me, fist to fist, it ain't got no chance.
Bro, but we not going fist to fist. This is again, my brother don't understand military science.
You ain't going fist to fist. With the roach, look, I'll tell you with the roach. If I had a roach, right? Anyway, but I just take out a spray. You know?
We not going head to head. The roach not gonna buck with you head to head 1-on-1. He gonna hit you with the guerrilla side, the guerrilla warfare side of the game.
Yeah, man, you gonna hit him with the guerrilla. Bro, you ain't got. Look, man.
Have you seen Joe's Apartment, girl?
Huh?
Have you seen a movie called Joe's Apartment?
Who?
Joe's Apartment.
Man, look, the white supremacists be dominating your entertainment, not mine. I don't know none of these.
Hey, don't put that on me. Don't you wish that evil on me?
I be dominating your entertainment. I don't know nothing about no Joe's Apartment. Sure, what's you talking about the white supremacists got all our media? No. Look,
but that's mostly true.
What happened in Joe's apartment?
It basically was a gang of roaches, and they was mobbing up this dude named Joe, and they didn't use 1-on-1 tactics. I was just using that to bring out the point.
They got a movie. White people got a movie on everything. That's why we watching.
It's crazy. It's crazy. Basically they use guerrilla warfare against my.
Yeah, look, man, guerrilla warfare is all nice when you are a majority.
No, it's not, bro. Study Vietnam.
All right. Wait, hold on. What do you mean Vietnam? What do you mean Vietnam?
Bro,
what about Vietnam? Hold on a second. You trying to say Vietnam wasn't the majority in Vietnam?
We got mopped. Americans got mopped in Vietnam, and it wasn't due to
Vietnam was a majority though.
No, it wasn't, bro. We had the technological superiority and the numbers superiority. My dude got to study military science.
Hold on a second. You think we had more soldiers in Vietnam than there were Vietnamese in Vietnam?
Soldiers? Yes. We had more Vietnamese soldiers. We're not talking about farmers with hoes and silos and whatnot.
Guerrilla warfare. Hold on a second. Now you tripping. Now I gotta check your pedigree. Now I gotta check your pedigree because look, my dude. Part of the reason why guerrilla warfare works is because you have these other people.
It's less numbers. No, it's not, dude. Are you serious? Guerrilla warfare is the one-on-one. This is the style of warfare that you use when you are outnumbered. Sun Tzu taught you this.
Yes. When you outnumbered, but not when your population is outnumbered.
What are you talking about? We're talking about people that's on the battlefield.
Yes, but you. Yes, I understand what you're saying. Look, I understand what you're trying to say. You say active soldiers. Yes, active soldiers would be less, but you have to hide those active soldiers in the general population.
Oh, Jesus.
You understand what I'm saying or no?
No, I don't follow you. Continue.
All right. I'll give you actually what Trevor Noah. Trevor Noah had a joke where he was like, he's okay.
You listen to Trevor Noah.
No, I don't listen to him. I once upon a time had TV. I don't have TV no more. But what I'm telling you is that Trevor Noah had a joke where he said he's okay with James Bond not being a black man, because if he was a black man in the middle of Switzerland or wherever, right? Then anytime he ran away, right, people would be like, "Oh, there he is," and they point him out. You understand?
I see. Yeah.
Because anytime he go hide and he run, they finish the chase. They're like, "Where'd he go? Oh, there he is." You know what I mean?
That's pretty funny.
So why I bring that up is to say, when it comes to the guerrilla warfare, you got to be able to blend in and hide and escape.
Oh, Jesus. My dude, listen, for the audience that's watching this, bro, my brother his military science knowledge is lacking. Case in point, he used James Bond to talk about military science.
I was using the Trevor Noah joke. Come on. I could use Trevor half of the time. You know that. Anyway, but
bro, all I'm saying is military. Bro, you.
No, I understand what you're saying. Look, I read the handbook the other day. Yes, active soldiers, when you're outnumbered, outgunned, thing. Yeah. But you have to understand, look, but that's active soldiers. But you gotta be in a dominant. You gotta be in a dominant population.
Bro, you don't? Do you study military? Do you practice in the military at all? Excuse me, military. Look at me.
I know what you're saying.
I'm sorry, martial arts. Do you practice any martial arts at all?
Not right now. Why?
You should. All black men over the age of 18, while you're playing over the age of 15, should study some martial arts, whether it be a striking, whether it be a grappling, whether it be a.
All right. Thanks for the lecture. Sensei. What next?
Excuse me. You're right. I was about to get on my soapbox. Thank you for stopping me. So,
by the way, make sure y'all like and subscribe. All that jazz. Although this guy's gonna tell you not to. But go on.
No. This my dude. This my brother. This my brother. Please like, subscribe.
Yeah. Okay. Go on, man. What are you trying to say? How you trying? You gonna tell me about your martial arts sciences or whatever?
Hello. You stood there. Okay. There you go. So, basically, in the martial arts that I study, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, fighting from your back is a concept that exists. I didn't believe it until I started studying, but it's a concept that exists. Because you're on your back, you would think that you're helpless and you're exposed and there's nothing to do. Generally, most people would think that, people who aren't trained. But fighting from your back if you have the skills and know-how and technique, is a very you can be very effective and dangerous from fighting from your back.
Relevance, my dude. Everybody know about Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Relevance.
All I'm saying is that I'm just using that as a metaphor to suggest that we down bad right now, and we may look bad right now, but that it may not be what it is. That's all I'm trying to say. It may not be what it is.
Oh, my dude. All right, look, man. Good luck with that, all right, man. But the reality is this: I wouldn't count on it. You thinking that a bunch of these, look, bro. It's not. It doesn't even make any sense.
You gave up. You gave up a long time ago.
I gave up what? What do you mean I gave up?
Listen to the mentality. But we through. Ain't nothing we can do. Ain't nothing
In
we can do.
America, yeah, my dude.
Listen to that. I mean, wow. If y'all want to rock with my dude on that, go ahead. I never. Ain't nothing we can do. We just through, boss. And we down bad. We through, boss.
In
Like,
America?
come on, bro. We through. We through, bro. In America.
You look, my dude. Maybe I might have to make it a different program because we left the topic of Neely Fuller Jr. But yeah, my dude, you through in America. You know, stick a fork in them and done. I actually had a podcast on that. Go back to that podcast, but
I'll look it up.
Look, I could break it down to you simple, okay? The reason why you through, all right? There's two reasons why you through, all right? One, we are divided into like let's say two different classes, okay? Two different classes. That is, let's say the those in the inner city and those who aren't, okay? The people in the inner city, right, are subject to conditions where they will kill each other. They are in self-destruction. Okay? The if you look at what was it called? One of them psychological studies. I can't remember the dude's name, but it's something to do with these mice.
You talk about Skinner. My dude didn't know
it Skinner?
B.F. Skinner.
Yeah, maybe it's
Or you talking that's B.F. Skinner or that's
No, I think it's the other one. I think
you talking about Pavlov.
Yeah, no, not
Pavlov.
This dude just naming stuff, man.
You didn't know nobody.
Calhoun. It's Calhoun.
Okay.
Thanks.
Okay, excuse me.
Okay, yeah. This dude, you Amos Wilson guy. You're Amos Wilson guy, right?
What?
I'm asking.
You don't know? Are you? Of course, that's the king.
Okay. All right. Anyway,
wait. Did you just speak? Did you try to take jabs at Amos Wilson?
Bruh, go to the podcast. All the Americans are all thinking the same thing, that they could win in America. You can't win in America. But look,
my dude's sick.
I'm about to break it down for you. All right. Look, you got Calhoun. Calhoun talks about social density and social density. Sorry, let me see. Social density and like human pathology or something like that, right? The idea is this, that black people are going to have those pathologies. And that's the thing that Neely Fuller Jr. is talking about. Neely Fuller Jr. is like, hey, black people are pathological, we can't organize, blah, blah, blah. Yes, in the hoods of America, you can't really organize. It's difficult. I tried. All right? But what I would say is this. Yes, it is in self-destructive mode. So that's like 50% of the black population. All right? You got me?
Yes.
The other 50% now, so that means that if it's 50% of the black population, that means that if the black population is 14% of the population, right? But 50% of them are in self-destruction, right? The other 50% would be 7% of the population of America. 7% of the population of America, right, are the ones that you could probably organize with. And they are so outnumbered. Now, they have good opportunities. They can get some good jobs. They can do whatever. But the trouble is this. When you are outnumbered as a population, as a genetic population, what that means is you will be bred out.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay? So that means that for one population, so like for instance, you might see, like you say, we have a large population growth, right? In the hood, where we also have like low life expectancy. Okay? But when I was younger, the teacher told me straight up, a lot of the black kids aren't gonna reach 21.
That's true.
Okay? You know, one of the good brothers I know, he put up a video where he was just showing black youth after black youth dead in his neighborhood. Okay?
Yes, that's
and
true.
It was like something cool, you know, for some reason. I don't know. But I was like, what the fuck? You know, sorry, I'm because I'm on a platform, but yeah. So even if you have a large population growth in a social pathological, it's just gonna break down. You know? And the reason why it's gonna break down is because you don't have any jobs and none of that shit, you know? You're not creating jobs for yourselves, kind of thing. Not at the density that you should have. So look, the one population is in self-destruction, and the other population is being bred out. So what does that mean?
So you're not incorporating the fact that whites their birth rates are the population of whites is decreasing. So what you're saying, in theory, is correct, but in reality, we have different evidence. So right now, in all 50 states in America, the population of people who are classified as white are having less babies than they are dying off. So you have to consider that. That immediately changes what you just said. What you're saying about the being bred out is correct because do intermarry at a higher rate with the beast than inner city blacks, and coupled with the fact that inner city blacks are killing themselves, ourselves, at an incredibly high rate. However, for me, those are low-hanging fruit, though. It's much more difficult for the dominant society in the entire country to correct its birth problem than it is for us to correct our desire to procreate with the enemy and our destructive habits in the inner city.
Oh no, but look, no, dude. The thing with the procreating with the enemy thing is that you are just straight out outnumbered. You understand? Like at some point you cannot not procreate with the enemy.
No, that's completely not true. If
you want inbred and cousin effing, yeah, sure. But if you don't want inbred and cousin effing, then
no. Remember, our population is growing, so the likelihood of that happening is not even our population right now is growing even with those things you just said. With our destructive habits in the inner city and our proclivities to sleep with the enemy in the other centers.
Yes, but look, no, hold on a second. But you gotta pay attention to this too. Here's something that you're not even picking up on. You don't see how the complexion of black folk is changing and getting lighter?
Oh, it is. Our average complexion has increased since being in this on this continent. No doubt.
What do you mean increased? You mean decreased?
Uh-oh. You're right.
Uh-oh, look at this colorist motherfucker.
You're right. You saw me. Yeah.
But even your boy Neely Fuller Jr. Light as a motherfucker.
Yeah, he is.
Okay?
That's not my boy. But
that's not your boy now, gotcha. No, the point being though, look, cause like black people are slowly, like these same black people, you're like, oh well, like when you say the black population is increasing, you're not even taking into account that a lot of these people would be in any other country classified as colored.
Yes, but that's not the case here.
In the hood, you might find, that good, pure, blue, black, whatever.
Yeah.
But he gonna die at 20.
That might be true. But like I said, if that may be true, but though to me, I think that's low hanging. Our ability to solve those problems, our ability to solve that problem can be.
You gonna solve the hood problem? How you solving the hood problem?
No, that problem there.
What problem? The problem of black folk getting with losing their complexion?
No, I'm talking about, you said he's going to die by 20, so that's a specific problem.
Him dying by 20. How you going to solve him not dying by 20?
That can easily be corrected in, I'd say, about...
Oh, do it then.
Yeah,
do it.
I'm working on it.
Do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all, these people talking, man. Y'all just be saying anything, y'all. We can easily solve this problem. If you can solve this problem, then do it.
I didn't say easily. I said we can solve the problem.
No, I heard you say easy, my dude.
Maybe.
Anyway. Alright, my dude. Look. Alright, so let me just sum it up, though. So, by counter-revolutionary, let's just give a definition for the folk. In fact, do you believe... Alright, so look. First off, I think that he probably has a little bit more merit in America. It's not nuanced enough. It's not fleshed out enough. The dialogue that I just had about what's his face? The hood and the outside the hood, that right there is more nuanced. I think it has way more value than this whole idea of, oh, these white supremacists are doing everything and we gotta ask them for child support and we gotta ask them for this and we gotta look, bro, there's no merit to it. I don't see any merit to it. The idea that you're gonna blame black folk for not having code listen to me, you have to understand that a lot of the wealth in America, because if you go by nation standards, you got to realize that a lot of the wealth in America, peace, brother, I'm alone. All right, but a lot of the wealth in America is tied to public policy. Okay, right? A lot of the wealth in America is tied to public policy. It's tied to legislation and all that kind of stuff. And the reality is that black people, as an underskilled, black people have become a population that no longer. White people no longer seek to support. Mm-hmm. Okay? And because of that, on that kind of level, that is a more nuanced and evolved way of looking at things. To just look at it as white supremacists are just looking to subjugate us and that's really all that's going on in this world, and he has some sort of emotional fix, like he has some sort of fix out of it. Like, that's just unrealistic. Okay, it's unrealistic. It's not applying. But I want to say regarding to the revolution thing, right? If you want to do, like, you have to organize. Like, revolution is about creating another nation, right? You are not going to create another nation in America while America still existed. Okay? Because America, already fought a war against a white group that tried the same thing. Okay? And they fought them particularly because, like, the Confederacy, if you will, tried to have its own nation on American soil. So America is a sovereign nation that does not seek to have, like, to diffuse its sovereignty, least of all with its population of ex-slaves. Okay? So already, if you already started from an American plan, it's something wrong, because it's like you're not going to, like, you'd have to beat America in an extended war. Okay? You'd have to beat America in an extended war, and not just beat America in an extended war, but somehow maintain your sovereignty while being neighbors with America, when America doesn't even allow nations like Grenada to have sovereignty next to it. Okay? So already there's, like, something just total, like, America doesn't even allow, like you would say, America doesn't even try to, America is trying to fight even nations all the way in Africa from having sovereignty, right? So the idea that there's going to be an African population in America that has sovereignty on American soil, even though the people of America do not feed, clothe, shelter, or even teach themselves, right? It's just ridiculous, right? However, and so I could see why Neely Fuller Jr. would say, look, they got some absolute power. If he was just saying, in America, the American white man has absolute power, I would still say he's wrong, but I would understand. But I would say the trouble with him is that he's just not understanding that, he's not articulating that it's a national policy. It's a nation policy. Okay? And in that sense, that's on him. Like that's what I would add to the discourse. But what I would say is, regarding this whole thing, is that outside of America, the American white man does not, like, the American white man has a lot of influence. Okay, and he tries to be highly influential, right? But he does not have absolute power. It's just a matter of, like you would say, like you should be saying, which is geopolitics and just how nations operate and how nations don't operate in a vacuum. So just to clarify what I mean by that is that, yes, America did have influence over the death of Lumumba. Okay? America had influence over the death of Lumumba. However, that's not to say that America has absolute power over the Congo, as much as America just did, just like as much as Congo is just not in a vacuum and instead exists in a world where America is a superpower that is trying to get Congolese resources.
Cool.
Which I think is a more accurate sentiment than the idea that America, the white supremacists in America, or global white supremacists, wanted to humiliate and denigrate Patrice Lumumba, and that's why they killed him. Which it's just no nuance, it's no analytical strength, no analytical, like, it's ahistorical, and it's just ridiculous.
Oh Jesus.
Bruh, you can't just geez. Am I lying?
Everything you said for the last 2 minutes was I mean
was what?
We just gonna have to agree to disagree. Like, that's really what's gonna come to. But you're
saying Neely Fuller Jr. is a revolutionary? Yes or no?
By your definition, no.
All right, by your definition,
possibly.
Yo, my man, mad confident. But all right, PC, it was actually nice and enjoyable to talk. At least my program wasn't as boring as it usually is, so that's a nice plus for me. I hope you don't take it too harshly. I hope you ain't gonna block me on. You ain't gonna block me on social media, right?
No.
Nah, cause I just blocked you. No, I'm joking.
It's been enough.
Nah, but man, good looks. Alright. What are you laughing about, man? You laughing like it's something funny, man. Anyway, but yeah, man, good chat, and all that, and appreciate you for coming through. Hopefully it wasn't too much, but I mean, you kind of, you didn't really hold your ground, but you tried, so I'm gonna give you some props, You good though, bro? Alright, let me close out this program. Everybody, thanks for listening. Thanks for joining. Make sure you subscribe, like, share. Thank PC for coming through. PC, what's your handle in case people want to know? Although ain't nobody really, whatever, but you let them know your handle, right? You know your handle or not?
Yeah, it's at PC650499955. I generally don't look at followers.
Oh, he don't want no followers, so just make sure you don't follow this dude. All right, and yeah. I don't mind followers. So if you're thinking about following PC, you thought he was reasonable and all that, don't sweat it. Follow me at Onitaset, Onitaset, and I mean I don't know if PC got my book yet. If PC want a real book, I'm gonna tell PC you get the Book of Power. That's when you're gonna be like, oh, why did I question this man's military knowledge? You know what I'm saying? like you know what I'm saying? He boxing with the real ones, but if y'all didn't check it out, check out the Book of Power, and let's if PC if you want to come back and try to do something, just let me know, and I could definitely make it happen. But thanks so much for joining us and all that. All right.
Thank you.
And thank everybody for joining on the stream. I'm gonna cut the live, and maybe if you want, I can say a little more, but I'm gonna cut the live, and everything's gonna be sweet. So send me an Otep live, and I'm out. Let me see. Press this button.